what lies beneath the lands of Phandelver. Danger, riches, power, puppies, death. Threats that seek to overwhelm the village. And threats that seek to overwhelm the Sword Coast itself. With the threat undiscovered, an empire of evil will rise. War will plague the Sword Coast and beyond. Fate itself may rely on 4 unlikely heroes. And so, another adventure is about to take place. Cloak and Stagger presents Phandelver and Below, the Shattered Obelisk.
Like you can just push the end.
Like
Push,
a rudder.
just push on. There you go.
Hey, did it.
It doesn't take much.
Camera boy.
Yeah, they look like they're in good spots
there's-
now. Except maybe him.
there's
Maybe his
mics
mic's
there?
a little...
Yeah, my mic is weird.
His is
It's
like
a little
pointed
off.
towards his computer. Is that okay?
I'm glad that y'all waited until we went live to tell me.
There's nothing but good content about doing troubleshooting while live.
Who
Wait,
moved it?
we're
Who keeps
live?
moving this
Yeah.
shit?
Hey, welcome back to Cloak and Stagger's Shattered Obelisk, Phandelver and Below, episode 22. Thanks for being here. Be it right now or in the future, or
What up,
YouTube,
Cam?
whatever. We're joined by everybody at the table again.
Heyo.
Setting new records for all 4 players being at the table for the longest period right now, it feels like. No one's been out for the last
Well,
month.
you had to say something, huh?
That seems passive aggressive.
It is passive
Hey,
aggressive.
so
That was a
guys,
compliment. But I'm glad everybody's here. I'm glad
Me
to see
too.
y'all. Tonight should be a relatively easy recap. I believe we are still in one location, having done a few things in there, Cragmaw Castle. But before we start talking about it, do y'all want to talk about anything else? Anything you got? Anything, new house, new shoes you bought? I don't know.
Ooh, I am wearing new shoes.
You got new shoes. Oh, okay. That's good. I actually like that. Solid black and the bottom white. That's
They have
cool.
zippers instead of laces?
No, they're laces. They're vesties, though.
What's a Vessi?
They're shoes.
Oh.
But they're like completely waterproof, but they're still like breathable. I don't know. It's witch magic. But I did test it because like the day after they came in is when it started dumping rain, like last week or something, and like went to Kroger and all that stuff. Dry feet.
That's nice.
Kim's been talking about getting new shoes too. We're probably gonna go tomorrow to look at them.
I gotta show off my shoes now too, Jamie.
Ooh,
You got new shoes?
Yeah, I did. These are actually bedroom slippers. I thought they were work shoes.
Ooh. Oh, you know what? That reminds me too. Like these actually, they are like slip-ons though. They are
Oh, there's,
like
oh,
slide-ons.
dude, I hate
Like,
fucking tying shoes,
yeah.
man.
I actually had people who want to talk about shoes. I did not expect it, but
You brought it up.
I did.
My
I did
shoes
bring
are
it up.
old, but they are slip-ons.
All right, I want to talk about what happened. I want to play some D&D here. Who wants to tell me what went down last time for the new and enhanced Skull of Inspiration?
Hey.
He's got the glasses on top now.
Well,
Yeah, they fell off his face, so I had to make do. I just kind
you
of put it
get
on
it
his
in the
head.
stream?
Oh no, not yet. But
Alright, that's
whoever
fine.
gets it, you can show it off. So who is it? Who's talking?
Who wants to do
Did I do it last? Yeah, I
You
did
did.
it last week. So
it?
Wesley,
Have we been doing
Huh?
back and forth, or are we going around?
If we go around, I was before you.
I'm always happy
Tom's
to do it as
turn.
well.
It's Tonk's turn.
Tonk's turn.
I don't know how we're doing it.
It was like this since
There's no rhyme or reason.
Yeah.
We just
I
kind
know
of
you
go
did
with
like
the
4 times in a
flow.
row.
Yeah, we started last time
Bring up the map, Jamie.
oh, we started killing that thing last time, or we killed the thing, and then we searched the thingamabob. I don't have exactly
Inspiration.
what. I don't remember the first thing's name, but it was the flying spaghetti monster that we killed.
There was one of those at some point. I think
Yeah.
it was more like y'all
I'm
fought
I'm
two
starting to
weird
remember.
things.
We
didn't you?
did. I have the name for the other one, but we're not there yet
Okay.
because we,
We're getting
that. That's how we started last.
Haven't just dealt with the spaghetti
Correct.
monster.
Correct.
Okay.
We hunt around the castle, pretty much all the day we were there. Explored it out. We found some. We got to the cafe, found some goblins. They were arguing about something, and pretty sure Flynn here yelled at them, and they ran away like some pussies. Like everyone ran away.
It was a combination, I believe. He did do some loud voicing, but someone else had something with them that may have scared them a bit.
Though I think I was carrying the guy's head
Yep.
still. Yeah,
Yeah. Mhm.
I think I still have the head.
I think you do too.
There's the head. Look at there. Flynn sees them running through the woods. A bunch of them running through the woods, running away from the castle. We're pretty sure everyone fled. No one's still in the castle, but we do a full perimeter check. We go in and out and in and out, and then boom, a wild Kirk appears.
What?
Crick. A wild crick appears. I have a wild crick appears. Pokemon battle music starts.
I'm not sure if it's a crick. A grick? I think it's a.
Grick? I put 2 Ks.
That's fine. It's a wild crick appeared. What did it look like?
Kind of like a flying spaghetti monster, but not. I do know the sweet summer boy was kind of looking for its poop hole. Because he understands.
That was what you saw.
Oh,
That's a
yeah,
crick.
that's a crick.
That's a crick.
It's a Kirk.
Kirk. That's a Kirk. But Sweet Summer Boy wanted to find how it poops because that's how he understands things better. And once he knows that, then he cut some pieces off and shoved it into one of his rats.
He sure did.
I think that thing's gonna explode anytime soon. I don't know why he's still holding on to that leg, but that's just Tonk thought.
How'd the rest of the group feel? Do you remember? Or in Tonk's eyes?
How the rest of the group felt about his.
They went up to him and they said some things about that. I feel like there's some emotion there.
So, I'm curious personally how these tentacles come into play in the future. But there's some people in this party that aren't so particularly excited and feel like it's some type of like dark magic and not good to resurrect some dead things.
Yeah. Okay.
That's how Tonk kind of came off. I think the sweet summer boy should do whatever he wants with his tentacles. If he wants to put them in things, that's up to him. Just keep them away from me.
Checks notes.
Yeah, we found a gold elf statue, I think is what I wrote.
Well, I think while you were in the middle of dealing with that grick, didn't something else come and try to help it out at some point?
Oh, 3 goblins, one being the different one with the bigger head.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they appeared, and Flynn fried their ass with some lightning. Pulled a scroll out, went
Yeah.
One of
duns.
those.
Remembered my training.
Duns.
Just ended it.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean it was nothing. Like they just turned to dust. And then we found the golden elf statue.
Nude.
And then I think we pretty much wrapped it there because that's where my notes ended.
Hey,
That is where you guys decided that it hadn't been a very long day, but it feels like it has. So you guys are going to have a lot of downtime just hanging out till you can do a long rest. I believe that was your goal. But yes, that's pretty much all that happened. You can go ahead and take the advantage skull, glasses and all.
Oh. I will not forget to use
He's a cool
you.
kid now. All right. So you guys are in the Cragmaw Castle. Let me pull up a map so we can remember what room we're specifically in here. You are in the more northern section of the castle. Specifically, I could still ping here, right? It's going to let me. Yes. I believe all of you went into that shrine room, or maybe just 2 of you went. Y'all see this ping?
Yeah. I think Glenn and I were in there.
I think we are in the top left.
Yeah, we're in the north west.
Oh, you're in the
Where the 4 beds
northwest?
are, yeah.
Yeah, that's where we went and plopped down with.
Sildar.
Oh.
Well, not Sildar.
You guys went.
Gundren.
You guys went back here. And you're camping in the King's
Northwest.
Oh, northwest. I got it backwards.
Northwest.
We went to the northeast, got him,
Yeah.
came back, and to the northwest, and that's where we were camping.
So here.
That's it.
That right there.
Okay.
Because Flynn's making Gundren sleep on the floor. You've been doing it enough. Sleep on the floor.
He's used to it.
Well, it's not quite time that we can take advantage of a long rest quite yet. You have some hours, quite a few of them, probably 4 or 5 before actually we could start attempting a long rest. What are we doing during that period?
So, Gundren, what the fuck have you been doing?
Well, he sort of rubs his side a little bit. Getting tortured, I suppose,
And how was that?
is not pleasant. I don't recommend it.
Yes. I, too, hope to never be tortured. What'd they do?
Well, they asked me how I knew about the Wave Echo Cave. They asked me how I got the map. They wanted to interrogate me further, but there was some disagreement or something. The drow was talking with I think it was a bugbear fellow.
Yes, Clog.
I don't remember hearing Clark, but
It was definitely Clog.
I think he was trying to get something, or yeah, he was trying to get more for allowing her to get information from me.
So he was extorting you.
Well, her, but yeah,
Well, you were...
I was the product in this case.
There we go. That's it. Let me ask you, so the bugbear was the one who captured you? The goblins, the bugbears?
The Cragmaw, they're called.
And they knew to bring you straight here? Interesting. And who did they bring you to as soon as you got here? Like, walked through the gates.
He looks over to Tonk, who I guess is just... What have you done with the head?
So I'm just probably just sitting right next to me. I mean, I'm listening to the conversation, but probably just kind of.
He casually motions to the decapitated head and says, him.
Okay. And then he sent out for whoever this shapeshifter was.
Something, something that Drow supported.
Did you overhear anything, them talking about who they were in contact with, where they would be?
I kept mentioning a spider. I don't know.
Have you never met Spider?
No, if it's a person or a creature, no. I mean, I've seen spiders, but I don't know about this spider.
And remind me, it's been quite a journey, and my faculties are not what they used to be. How did you come upon the location of this map for the Wave Echo Cave?
Well, a little bit of research and dumb luck. Turns out there was rumors about it over in Neverwinter. A few pockets lined up a little bit and the right introductions, and someone actually had an ancient old map leading to the damn place. Didn't fully understand it. Fortunately, they were willing to part with it for the right amount of coin.
So, what makes this cave so valuable?
You haven't heard the rumors, I suppose, then. The Wave Echo Cave was once a very, very powerful place. There's some innate magics in it that just wizards and all sorts used to craft these mystical, magical items. There's some sort of font of power at the place, or at least that's the rumors from long ago. No one knows now because it's been lost for so long, but I intended to find it.
What are you hoping to find once you find it?
Some sort of artifacts, magic, something along those lines.
Fair enough.
Something that would look good in, on display. Maybe a museum or something, you know?
Oh. You don't want to use it.
I'm not big on gaining mass power or anything like
He
that.
wants to be on the front page of Neverwinter News.
Aye, he's got it more.
Does he carry a whip with him?
I can show you what it looks like if you want.
Is Indy over here?
Yeah.
Gundren looks like this.
Yeah, I know he's got
Yes.
the hat.
Yeah, that insanely huge hat from Scary Movie 3.
His hat's missing currently. He does not have his hat.
Wait,
No, I thought we got it.
we didn't find it, but we talked about it.
Okay.
Yep.
Gundren, it looks like you have quite the hat hair, I suppose you could say, but no hat.
Well, I had quite the big one that was taken from me on the way here, actually. Used as a toy for the goblins that were tying me up and dragging me.
Shit, it must have been in one of the areas we didn't look. I apologize, we did not find your hat.
It's all right. I'm sure I can find another one.
So, your brothers, Flundren and Bundren, right?
Well, not their names, but you're aware of them, I guess.
Yeah.
Mm.
They are aware that you are in possession of this map as well.
They are.
Who else is aware that you're in possession of this map?
That gentleman that I hired amongst you all as well.
Sildar.
Sildar, aye.
Do you go back with him, or is this the first interaction you've had?
One of the first, I'd say.
Okay,
Met-
so like
met-
us.
Had a good conversation, seemed like a stand-up fellow, member of the Lord's Alliance. No reason to distrust him.
Sure.
He did sell you a car.
He what?
Huh?
He sold a cart.
Oh, yeah, the cart we came in on, he sold that.
Well, that's all right. If I suppose that's
He was like, oh, he's not getting my money.
a bit rude, but not a big concern.
We can
right
get a
now.
new cart.
Aye, and
Yes.
not a problem.
We were awarded the 10 gold that was promised for safely delivering the cargo to Phandelver. So, good for you to know that we made good on that. And saved your life now, too.
That you have.
Come full circle. So, where do we go from here?
That is actually a very fine question that I have a very lucrative answer for.
More than 10 gold, I hope.
Absolutely. You've already gone above and beyond. Simple escort is worth 10 gold, but what you're getting into now and what you've done is worth far more. When we get back, I'll see to it that you'll get what you deserve.
We are on the same fucking page.
Ching, ching.
Now, that being said, I'd like to not end our relationship just there. I do know the location of the Wave Echo Caves. I don't have the map. I believe you said you did, though, fortunately, so just in case, we do have the map still, aye?
One of us does.
Yeah, someone. We got it somewhere. Probably in this stretch hole.
Okay. So, I was hoping, since clearly this is not just me only interested, or me and my brothers, type of thing. There seem to be other parties that want to also find this place very badly, very dangerous too, as you've fought and dealt with, and he motions to the decapitated head again. So, to not beat around the bush, perhaps you could join me in heading to the Wave Echo Caves themselves?
Well, I don't know. We just have so much going on. I mean, just all the things that all the...
Because we wanted to set up that
We
shop.
wanted to do the shop. Yeah,
The
can't
shop.
forget the shop.
We wanted to call it the barber shop.
So it's,
Heroes for
Sword Coast
hire.
Barbers. Yes, of course we'll come.
Aye,
It's adventure.
just like that. That's unexpected. You don't ask for coin or nothing.
No, we will ask for coin.
You
but
kind of alluded.
You
kind
kind
of
of-
inferred
yeah.
that we would get paid.
Yeah.
Oh, aye, but I could be offered 20 gold instead, which doesn't sound
Well,
worth
we've
it.
signed no contract yet.
Okay, well, I was just curious about your thoughts, but
We're big on contracts, Tim.
It's an important part of doing it.
He needs your signature at least like 3 times.
I call him the Signomancer.
Well, those mines, if they can be utilized properly, could benefit the lands of Phandelver as a whole. I was hoping not only finding maybe some useful objects in there to take elsewhere, but maybe to get it up and running. If that does happen, it'll be worth a fortune, which I could offer you 20% of all profits that come from it from the foreseeable future. Perhaps a longer partnership is what I was looking for.
How do we feel about 35?
Would you be involved in its upkeep or helping run it, or?
No, but the way you put it so eloquently is that, had we not come here to the rescue of you and defeated an entire castle full of evil, this conversation wouldn't even be happening. The map would be in the hands of evil people, and this wouldn't even be a possibility.
I suppose that's true.
I also don't think you're going to be able to get that mine up and running without us in the first place.
My good friend Tonk here, he knows a thing or two about rocks and stones.
Yeah, if there's gonna,
Aficionado.
there's gonna be some stone there, I'll be able to tell you what type of stone it is.
Well, that could be handy.
I get handy with stone.
And if there's any magic on it, I can tell you what kind of magic it is.
Also quite useful.
I can tell you what it tastes like.
And if there's a butthole on it, Wesley can tell you how it works.
I'm not sure how I could fit the value of the last two in.
And I'm here for emotional support.
That's always appreciated. That actually is good. I like that.
You're doing great.
Well, thank you. I'll tell you what. When we get back to town, it's going to take about a week to map out a proper course to get to this place. Give me a little bit of time and see what wiggle room I can do. Perhaps I can get you a better offer.
All right. That's fair enough.
It's got to do a bit of logistics, I guess you could call them.
Who are your other business partners?
My brothers
And, they're where?
of the Wave Echo Caves?
You believe they're already there?
At the Wave Echo Caves?
Yes. Where are they?
Well, we were supposed to meet in Phandelver, but that didn't happen.
Did we see any dwarves? Phandelver?
Other than him.
Well, of course, besides you.
So then I don't. Well,
I don't recall.
DM, did we see any other dwarves in Phandelver?
Isn't one of the shops a little dwarf lady?
You saw quite a few dwarves. If you're thinking of like maybe an adventurer gear or something, not really, no.
Mostly townspeople that we saw, I believe.
Well, me having been delayed. Oh, what's up, Talk?
Your brothers look just like you, but one has a red beard and then one has a blonde beard.
No.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Are you guys like
The Lost
identicals and just a palette swap?
No. We're unique.
Oh yeah, like red's unique from blue.
Jorgen, Florgan, and Bjorgen.
They were expecting me, and I imagine if I haven't arrived, they should be aware of the location. We made sure each to memorize it best we could. It's quite possible they headed there without me, which at this point would be very dangerous, but I wouldn't put it past them.
No, they may not be aware of how dangerous it is, though.
I don't think they are.
They don't know why or why not you were delayed or not in Phandelver. They could have very easily been followed.
That's true. He starts to look a bit more worried.
I think we should get some sleep.
Resting up and moving out would be good.
Since we're gonna be here a minute, do you want us to go? Wesley and I can go check the food situation, see if there's anything edible
That might not be a bad
the
idea.
kitchen?
Let's
instead of like
save some of
rations,
our
yeah?
own rations. Yeah.
Wesley. You up for that?
I only have 24 hours to make this work. I don't.
Well, we don't have to go right now, so you can take some time.
Okay.
So I'll go. I can go with you.
Okay.
I don't know if I would quite trust Rat Boy's
And I
palate.
okay. Fair enough.
How does Gundren look like health-wise?
Very bloodied.
Ooh, you bloody boy.
I'll approach him and say, look, all this conversation, I'm sure is not. It's not the first thing you're wanting to do right now. You look kind of beat up. I kind of like raise my hands up. May I?
Sure, whatever you're going to do.
I'm gonna go. And I'm gonna cast a third level cure wounds on him. Second level cure wounds.
His eyes just go wide as soon as you slap his face. Or you slap your face or his?
His.
You slap his face. And you cast a third level cure wound?
Or second level, sorry.
All right, how much healing is that?
That's gonna be 2d8 plus 5. So 14.
Okay. You heal Gundren for 14. And his face was a bit bruised. It was like a little purple and bluish on his cheek. A little cut on the side of his neck. It's a wound you can't see under clothing that looks a little torn. But you see a lot of that just start to fade away. Almost like he looks brand new. And you see him just... Oh, my bruises are gone too. Oh, thank you.
No problem.
That's some strong magics, you lot are. You have a lot to you.
The Sword Coast Barbers, we're here to shave the day.
You cut hair as well.
Tonk does.
But usually we start at the neck.
Like, okay. Oh, I'm sensing that's more of a play on words then.
We're very complete.
It's a play on words, yes.
I see. Well, very good. Thank you again. I suppose,
Probably should have started with that instead of just watching you bleed everywhere, but there was a lot going on.
there was a lot going on. It's quite all right. I suppose I'm going to, and he looks around. I don't even have my pack. Any of you have perhaps a quill and parchment?
Yes. Yes, I do.
Do you mind? I'd like
Yeah.
to try and get an early start
I
on...
think I still have my jacket, so I'm going to take my jacket off and pull out my entire
Do
clicker
you
for
have like
skin.
a ream of paper you pull out?
No, it's a box like this that opens up, and it's got all kinds of paper in it, lots of different inks, like 4 or 5 different quills. I'm like, yes. Yeah.
Wow, you're a prepared fellow. All right.
I've already taken inventory, so let's not go crazy.
Just one parchment and one quill will do. And
No, that's
bit
fine.
of ink.
Just let's be respectful.
Aye, absolutely.
Make yourself at home, but just like get carried away.
Right. He's just smiling nervously now as he takes a piece of parchment and a little ink and quill from you.
How many? There's more. You want that color? I have different colors.
Black's fine. It'll do.
Sure. I mean, you want to be impersonal about it?
Yeah,
It's okay.
and he just it just kind of goes away nervously towards one of the walls and sits and gets comfortable.
Wedges is gonna giggle to himself.
And he just starts scribbling.
I'm gonna hang out in here with Gundren, because I don't want to leave him alone.
And then Tonks and I are gonna head to the kitchen. Why, I guess Wesley, you're
Wesley's just hard at work.
working on your stuff.
Yep.
What are you working on, Wesley?
Wesley, you see Wesley in a corner with his back faced towards you guys, and you see that one of his rats is just like flat. And you see a bunch of tentacles, and you see a bunch of octopus tentacles. And you see him just going like this. You can't really see what he's doing, but you just see the rat's feet kind of twitch every so often. And that's what he's doing.
Okay.
I would also have glass staff, and I'm kind of concentrating on it. I want to attune to it.
Okay. Doing anything, Tom?
Go ahead.
We're going to the kitchen.
Oh, you're going with him to the kitchen?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
You think I could send him by himself?
Maybe, possibly. So you two are heading off to the kitchen. Tonk and Wedge, you start exiting the area. Both of you wrapped up in your own shenanigans.
I want to ask Tonks when we get to like kind of the foyer.
Mhm.
How far do you think you could toss me? Like, do you think you can toss me from one end of this room to the other?
How much do you weigh?
Less than 40 pounds.
Probably.
Do I know my weight? Do we know our weights, Jamie?
That's something you could have just wrote down on your personality
If
thing.
you wrote it down, it's in your background.
I imagine you don't weigh that much. I mean, you have your stretch hole that has all your stuff, mostly. Your armor is on
45
your body.
pounds.
Oh yeah, I could probably toss
what I
you
weigh.
over there.
Can we try?
Sure. Is there a particular reason you want me to throw you?
Curiosity, mostly.
Okay.
Like, I do want to, like, throw me in such a way that I can land on my feet easier.
Okay, I throw him, but I don't really particularly try to help him land.
So you just pick him up and yeet him.
I grab him by his collar and probably his belt. I'd assume
Yeah,
you'd be
yeah.
wearing one. I do like a, what was that, shot put kind of spin
Oh,
and
shit.
toss.
Not what I was expecting. Do
Full like.
Make an athletics check
I need to make one, too, for the landing?
in a minute. First, it depends on what he does.
10.
Okay.
I slide like a penguin.
He lobs you up in the air, and you are. You said you made it out to the foyer, so you meant this room, yeah?
That's
The
right.
little Tetris piece. Okay. So he throws you about 15 feet.
That's pretty good.
You're sailing in the air, head first, arms kind of out in the air, open. Go ahead and make a dexterity saving throw. You just need you get a 10. You get a 10.
19 plus 3.
Okay. You cock your body back, feet forward, and land, and just slide slightly.
Nice. I'm going to dust it off and... That's cool.
Was that it?
Yeah. We can do it again later if you want. Do you want to do it again?
I'm just going to keep walking, and I'll walk by him to go into the kitchen.
Okay.
I'm going to follow him.
You head to the southern door and walk right in, and you're in the filthy feasting room once again. It is dirty in here. Dirty plates, dirty dishes, half-eaten meats of some sort laying about. Yeah.
Like to kind of look around and see if there seems to be anything without maggots and...
Yeah, something identifiable.
There's some sort of broths and soups, that are just laying out.
Well, you said it's like some of the meat's been half-eaten.
Yep.
Like, does it look like we could cut the eaten part off and there's still enough to...
What it more looks like, think of like a rib cage that had meat on it, but the only meat left is like at the very bottom and slightly dangling off of it.
Okay.
So, I mean, if you took your time, you'd probably get a handful of it, just picking off these bones, the weird parts.
Okay. So it's the broth is what we have to choose from.
Yeah, it's very thick, clumpy as well.
I like the smell.
Smells like old beans, kind of.
Old as in, like, they've turned?
Like, it smells like it should be beans, but they got a bit more little oomph to them. They're a little pungent.
I'd like to try it. Just a little...
Okay. You wait with your finger? Or hand, or...
I'd find a spoon.
You gonna find a spoon laying around?
The cleanest spoon I can kind of see around me.
Okay. You find one that's a little... It looks mostly clean. It may have been used, like, very briefly.
Okay.
And you walk up to that chunky broth, stick your spoon in, and pull it up to your mouth and just put it in. Doesn't immediately affect you or do anything crazy, and it tastes like, how do I best describe this?
Words.
Cold refried beans that have been sitting out for 2 weeks.
Okay.
It's edible. It's not good.
Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna eat any more of this personally, but if you want some, I know Flynn won't because he's, too bougie. But
He's too bougie.
Wesley might. He's kind of...
So I'm going to reach in my pocket,
For the streets.
and pick out a clean spoon from a mess kit, and then, like, take a little taste. And I'm like, maybe if we reheat it, it'd be okay?
No, I personally... Tonk's just gonna eat a ration.
I think we should give it a try.
You can. I'm not.
Will you help me carry it back?
You want to carry this whole thing back?
Looks like there's enough in here for 5 people.
Yeah.
The book says that. All right, never mind.
He's looking at a picture, right?
Oh, okay. There's, yeah,
You have no idea.
Okay, yeah, we can take it back, but this is your idea.
Yeah, I mean, if it works out, it works out. If not, we all have rations.
Okay. I'm not getting yelled at by Flynn.
We'll be fine. He loves new and exotic
No,
things. He does. He's
no, not
always talking about, you know, I
not
wanna-
3-day-old
I wanna go travel
refried
and try new
beans.
things.
No, you won't.
Win in Rome.
No.
Where the goblins camp. Do what the goblins do.
Okay. All right, you want to bet? You want to put a little wager on it?
Ooh. Are we betting whether or not Flynn will eat these beans? Is it Flynn or just most of the party?
No, just Flynn. Because I have no idea what Wesley's going to do. Wesley could surprise me and eat it, or he might not eat and work on that tentacle rat project he's got.
I like to see the boy hard at work. Flynn is a very sophisticated person. And I don't think he's going to look down on other people's cultures.
Other than goblins.
There's that. But, what's your wager?
5 gold.
Deal.
Okay, if he tries it, I'll give you 5 gold. If he looks at you and says, "What is this?" I win.
Alright, but I get to heat it up and cook it a little bit.
Sure, you could do whatever you want to it. I just don't think he's gonna look at this and go, "What are you thinking?"
And there's no outside influence. You can't talk into his ear and...
Yeah, I won't say anything to him.
Okay.
He'll have no idea about this wager.
Nope, no idea.
I take one of the pieces, like little pieces of paper I have, and my pen, and I start writing out a tiny little contract
Okay.
about our wager, and I give it to you to sign. That works. And I was
What's
like,
the saliva on it?
that actually works better. And then I sign it, and you will see like it kind of light up, and you feel something, like a little burning sensation. And I take it.
Oh God, I got heartburn.
I think
Put
you
that-
got penicillin for that.
And I put the little contract in my pocket. So I was like, I didn't expect that, but that works better.
Okay, well, I guess we will carry the
Yeah, we'll head back.
pot of 3-day-old refried beans back.
You grab that pot, and bring it on back to your crew. Wesley, have you done anything different with your tentacles on the ground?
How long has it been?
They've been gone for maybe about 15 minutes.
No, he's still working on it.
Okay. Flynn, nothing different? Same old, same old? Okay. You look up and see Tonk and Wedge returning. Tonk is carrying a big pot of something. You immediately smell it when he walks in. It smells... It doesn't smell awful, but it doesn't smell good. It's like a smell.
I'm gonna get Tonks to like, let's put it over here. I'm gonna put the thing as close to Wesley as possible, and I'm like, I'll start preparing it.
You
I'm trying to
find
keep it
something usable in the kitchen.
We did. It needs to be heated up, so I'm gonna keep it over here. And when it's done, it's gonna take a few.
They weren't cooking it. It wasn't already hot.
Not hot. I think they were maybe preparing for, I don't know.
Mm-hmm. You're
Goblins.
just gonna...
They had concepts of a meal.
They did. This might have been like breakfast tomorrow. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be great.
What
Fabulous.
is it?
Stuff in a pot. I don't rightly know. A broth. A chili.
Okay.
Gazpacho.
It smells weird.
Oh, that's Wesley's tentacles. Don't worry about it.
How's it going over there, bud?
Huh? Oh, hey guys. Oh, is that food?
It is. I'm
Okay.
gonna get it heated up.
DM, can you let me have an apron just as part of my toolkit?
You just want an apron?
I just want an apron, like a surgeon's kind of apron.
I have one.
Freaking Dr. Kevorkian over here.
Well, you have kits on you, don't
Yeah,
you?
I do.
What kind of kits do you have?
Damn it. I don't know.
Oh.
Nothing to do my kind of Tinker's tools. Can that be like part of my Tinker's tools?
You don't have like a carpenter kit or a woodworker kit?
I got all those.
You have all those
Carpenters,
kits?
Mason, Smith, thieves.
Yeah,
thievers.
You'll
They
have
come
an
with-
apron amongst one of
Yeah,
those
yeah.
kits.
Okay.
Sure.
They all come with an apron
All right.
of some sort.
I have an
There's
apron.
17 aprons.
Yeah.
Okay.
You have a ton of aprons.
I got one. It's covered in like a bunch of stuff. It's covered in. What color is the liquids coming out of the tentacles?
Deep purple.
All right, it's purple. I'm like, okay, thank you. I'm just gonna grab a bowl. I'm assuming there's a bowl.
They only brought back a huge pot.
Oh.
We have bowls in our mess kits.
Yeah, they do. You do. We all do. If you have a mess kit.
Okay. Do you mind if I just grab some
Somewhat.
of whatever's in here? Oh, we're heating it up. Oh, it's extra fancy then.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
I want to start building, like, get some wood or whatever and build a fire near some of the rubble so the smoke can.
Some old wood laying around, broken chairs, stuff like that, and just using it.
Yep. And I use my
Sure.
dragonfly roach as a lighter and light it up
Okay.
and start to slowly heat this goblin chili over the
You're
fire.
gonna see Tonk in a corner, pull out a handkerchief and kind of put it up his nose.
I'm gonna
and-
use magic tinkering to make the pot smell really nice.
The pot itself.
The pot itself smell like roast.
Well, that smells good, Mr. Raven.
I know. I told you, just needed to be heated.
Tonk's also gonna be eating a ration in the corner.
Sure.
Do we have any kind of illumination or light in here? Is there
We can fix it if we don't. Other than the
There's
fire.
the fire under the.
there's a fire? I want to go look out the arrow slit outside.
Oh, smart.
You look outside. It's still daytime. It's maybe just a bit dimmer than before. Not quite sundown yet. But looking out there, you looking for anything particular? Or you just looking towards the tree line, or
Yeah, looking just to see if I see anything of note, anything, any eyes looking back, anything on the tree line, any movement.
you glance out, just making sure whatever left's not coming back, and you stay there for a good 10 seconds, just peering back and forth. You don't see anything like that out nearby in the tree line, or as far as you can beyond.
Do any of these bedrolls or anything? Do they have like an extra blanket or anything like that?
Most of them don't even have blankets. I know they look like
Is there a
bedrolls
big
up there, but
tarp or cloth anywhere?
not in here.
So what I would like to do is go out to the room in the middle where we fought the goblins and pull down one of those curtains
Okay.
and take it back in there and hang it in front of the arrow slit.
All right. All of you see Flynn exit out and quite quickly come back
I'll be back. I'm back.
holding a very large curtain, very dirty one, as he places it over the arrow slit that he was just peering outside.
Is
of.
it more than enough?
Yes. It's
Do you mind
huge.
Do you mind if I cut a little bit off?
Yes, this is going to ensure that we don't get ambushed tonight.
All right.
There's like 5 more curtains out there if you want.
I feel
You just
wrong.
wanted my curtain.
I wanted some of your curtain because I feel like I should be cooking in a kitchen, and if you guys can see what I'm doing, not really in the kitchen, and it might spoil the surprise. So I want to just put up a little curtain around the kitchen area.
Where I'm from, that's called a fire hazard.
Oh, it's not gonna be right next to the fire, but it's just gonna be like a little separate kitchen. It's gonna make it nicer, so that when I present the food to you guys, it comes from a separate room.
Why don't you just go cook it out there then?
I already have the fire there, and I didn't think about that. So you brought in a curtain. I'm like, that's a great idea, because now it doesn't feel like we're outside and inside.
Well, you don't get to steal my thing because I had the idea and then you were like, yeah, that's cool, give me that.
see how it just.
That's bullshit is what that is.
There's a lot of it. You have a. Are you gonna save it? Do you not want me to cut your curtain?
Don't touch my curtain.
Can you do me a favor then?
I'll fuck you up.
Will you do me a favor?
What?
Will you go cut me some curtain from the other room? While I'm cooking, I gotta cook.
You go and I kind of pull another curtain down for him.
Classy guy.
Flynn walks out of the room. He seemed
Classy.
very suspicious of you during your conversation, you sense. And he comes back with 2 feet of curtain.
Thank you.
Cut.
Thank you. You're not gonna regret it. It's gonna make the food taste better.
Why would you say that's a weird thing to say? What do you mean I'm not going to regret bringing you a piece of cloth?
Well, because the food's gonna taste so much better.
What does the cloth have to do with the food other than
'Cause it's
you're
gonna
trying
look like
to
it's coming from a
clearly
different
trying to
room.
hide something?
You know what? Trust me.
I don't, but I'm going to go sit over here
Trust
nonetheless.
All right, so I'm gonna put up a little separator around Wesley and myself, so that we're in the kitchen. He's doing his
Oh, okay.
thing inside the kitchen
The
space
surgery
now.
right next to the
So
cook.
you're
I'm
Okay.
cooking.
right
Okay.
next to his
Gordon
tentacle
Ramsay goes
porn.
nuts over that type of shit, doesn't he?
What?
Like you got the raw meat laying right next to
Yeah.
the cook area.
Nothing's labeled.
Yeah. We're doing good. I got my little, ladle in there, stirring it around, smelling it, questioning decisions that I have made on whether I'm gonna win this 5 gold.
All right. Well, unless someone's doing something, I'm gonna fast forward a little bit. It'll take you 30 minutes to make that nice and whatever the hell you're doing, I suppose.
Yeah,
Oh,
I'm
30 minutes.
stirring. Yeah, 30
Okay.
minutes.
Mr. Raven, I need to apply pressure over there. And you're going to look towards the rat and the tentacles, and there's just kind of blood just kind of...
You need me to put
No,
pressure?
I need to take care of that. Is that okay?
Yeah, go.
Okay. And I'm just going to apply pressure and stop the blood
Okay.
and just work on that instead.
I mean, it's
Still turning.
definitely makes a noise. I mean, y'all can hear some.
And then I'm gonna use another
Suction.
magic tinkering to make the curtain smell good, as well. I'm like, oh, it's really turning around.
Are you like behind this curtain?
I'm behind the curtain, and I'm just stirring, and it's not helping anything.
I'll look over to Gundren.
But
Gundren,
you can hear me.
how long were you here before we arrived, Gundren?
Oh, I honestly don't know. Days. I know that much. It feels like weeks, but I know it hasn't been that long.
And did they feed you while you were here? On a scale of like 1 to 3.
One.
Wesley, do you smell that? It's gonna be so good.
I sure do,
So
Mr. Raven.
good.
Then.
They would poke and prod me and throw whatever they didn't want to eat or just had left laying around the ground towards me.
So, in your experience, there hasn't been the quality of the ingredients that they've used in the food have not been up to the par of, say, Phandelver.
I couldn't say. I'm sure everything they have has been stolen. They don't grow or hunt their own. Well, I suppose they do hunt, but who knows what they have. They may have people they eat for all I know. But no, I wouldn't say it's something I'd want to eat unless I had to.
Okay.
I don't think I've cooked a better meal, Wesley. I don't think I've cooked a better meal.
Uh-huh.
I want to look over at like Wesley, like what he's doing.
He's behind the curtain too.
Oh, you're by.
Yeah.
Yeah, the
Is
curtain
the
is
curtain like?
Is it like what's the big? It's like enough to cover an area. Yeah, he wanted enough to be able to cover up.
Is it just hanging straight from the ceiling?
No,
Like,
I
what
was
is-
thinking
where
like,
is this
like you know
set
those room dividers type things? Think of that. And it's just, I mean, you could easily just walk
Like,
5 feet
one of
and
those
probably
things
see
where it's
around.
like, ooh, let me go get a little more comfortable.
Yeah.
And then they go
Exactly
behind
like
the little
that.
screen. Okay.
Yeah, it's not like we're completely in a separate room. It's just, I wanted to block your view.
No, I'm aware. Yeah. Okay.
Wesley,
No.
taste this.
Okay.
And I'm gonna spoon feed him.
What does it taste like? What's it smell like? What's it taste like? What's it smell like?
Yeah.
It smells really nice until you get it close to your nose and mouth, and then you inhale, and suddenly it smells a little familiar. This smells like something you've probably eaten in the past.
Oh, can I do like a investigate thing or identify what that is with my nose? I just don't want to eat human.
Make a history check, actually.
All right.
Didn't even think about human. Well, you said
It's
it was
a
like
17.
Okay. You know you've eaten food of this quality or type in the past. It actually used to be all you ate at some point, back when you were in your camp.
Okay. How does it taste though to me? Or...
You were always excited when you got this dish because it was free food. And it regardless of the taste, it seems to give you that same type of feeling.
Oh, I know what this is, Mr. Raven. This is that gruel, just like before. Yeah, they're gonna love this. I'm gonna taste it.
and I'm gonna like look for some salt, pepper. I'm like, hey, thank you.
You even heated it up nice.
Yeah. I'm getting worried. So I'm gonna, keep stirring it for a little bit.
Okay, you spend 30 minutes trying to get it as good as possible until you're at a point where okay, it's about as good as it's gonna get.
Are you done with whatever you're doing over there?
No.
You can speed that up.
Oh.
You're asking the doctor to speed up.
Yeah.
See what surgery.
What's wrong, Mr. Ravendun?
I need a little help over here, because
Well, okay. Well,
I think it needs to taste a little bit better.
you know what? I finished one thing. Here. Are you familiar with a cloaca?
Yeah?
Well, do you know how sometimes cloacas, they have little dye fingers on them? I'm not really sure what they're called, but they use it to dye their eggs so they can identify it later.
Okay.
So, well, maybe it's best if I show you. So here, do you mind? Fatty? And you're gonna see Fatty just come up right here. It's a big fat rat, and its cheeks are now puffed like this. And do you mind letting him have the? Do you mind letting him work?
I don't know what this has to do with food, but
Well, it's not really done yet, but this is a good time to test it. So he's gonna open his
Okay.
mouth, and you see 2 octopus tentacles come right up, grab the thing, and it goes just like that, and swallows it,
he takes all of it.
all of it.
Oh God.
And then I'm gonna grab the cauldron and then put it like near his ass,
Hold on.
and I'm gonna cast Purify Food and Drink. Will you let me do that, DM? Okay, so what I wanted to do. All right, so
It's 5
So,
feet of cubic.
Wesley wants to. Okay. All right. I'm gonna describe it. You're gonna just say no. You can't do that.
No, go
right?
ahead, please continue.
Okay. Well, a little bit of purple got in there because I had to do some dicing and it didn't heal, but it shouldn't matter. It'll come out fine.
Okay.
Here, just this is taking a bit too long, so I'm just gonna just start kind of like go-girding it out of his ass. So you see like
Yeah.
you see the stew just come right back out, but this time what's the color of cinnamon in real life?
Brown.
It's like the brown, yeah.
So the
Dark
point
brown.
of the cloaca markings was it would add dye to whatever purified food there is to make it taste or smell like cinnamon. Can I do that?
Sure.
All right. So it comes out, and it looks like a robin's egg when it comes out. Have you seen? You know what that looks like, right?
Yeah. So
Okay.
it comes out like instead of like as a stew, it as an egg.
No, it comes out with markings on it.
Oh, okay.
Like dyed markings.
Okay.
And it just goes right back into the cauldron, smelling like cinnamon instead of whatever it was before.
So me being Wedge, he's very curious and goes in with a ladle, and
You don't hesitate, having seen all that.
I'm
Is that what Wedge would do?
hesitating as much as my curiosity is going to let me hesitate, but I'm going to go in and I'm tasting it.
Its texture is unchanged from whence you had it, but it tastes kind of like cinnamon now.
Well, what do you think?
Tastes better.
Well, yeah, I thought, these are scary things, and I don't want people to be scared of something just because it looks a certain
What does
way.
purified food and water do?
Removes all poison and disease from a food source, I believe, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
So when they see this, they're going to be like, this is really cool, and this is not bad because I can have something tasty.
Can you change the flavoring if we put it through again?
Well, I mean, it's not really done yet, so right now all it does is cinnamon.
And so, just to be clear on the mechanics of that, Purify Food and Water is a spell slot as well.
It's a ritual casting too.
Oh, it's ritual casting?
it's ritual.
Okay, never mind. No, the way he did it, I guess, took 10
Wait,
minutes.
did you want me to do 10 minutes? Yeah, like
It takes
that's-
10
can we
minutes
say it
to
did 10
squeeze
minutes?
out of the
Yeah.
Would you like shake him like a
We got
like the bartender?
Yeah.
yolk slowly coming out.
So it does taste better.
Yeah, it's purified.
You're not gonna get sick from it.
Yeah.
Well, Fatty usually absorbs all the toxins in his bodies, and so he kind of takes that and then leaves us with what's left, which is good.
It's probably a little bit more greasy as well, which adds flavor.
Well, I mean, you need lubrication for the food to go through.
That makes
so-
sense to me. I'm gonna go and start getting a bunch of bowls.
Question, DM.
Gnomes.
when it's purified and coming out the other end, what would it have sound? I'm sorry, that's probably a better question for Wesley. What would it have sounded like when it came out of Fatty?
You ever have chili and just kind of pour it from up high into somewhere down low?
Like from a
The
can?
splat sound when it hits
you
the
know
bottom.
that splat sound?
So did that sound happen for 10 minutes straight, or
No,
after
it
just?
took, after 10 minutes, it all came out. Because it takes 10 minutes for all the
So it's
bad
like
stuff.
dropping a pot of chili like into a
All
toilet
at
bowl.
once.
Yeah, all at once into whatever it's where it's
We heard that.
It's like mold sounds like.
I'm convinced that we've heard everything they've said this entire time because they're literally just standing behind.
There's like a light and you see the shadows.
This room is 15 feet deep.
We're whispering. But the light thing, yeah, you probably saw the shadows.
It's like Austin Powers.
How'd that get in there?
So I am going to start preparing everybody's bowls. And then for the bowl that I'm going to serve Flynn, I'm going to use magic. I'm going to switch my magic tinkering to make his bowl and his spoon smell delicious.
What'd you write down on that contract? Did you write down, hey, we owe money if this happens, or did you write down rules on it?
No, exactly what we agreed to.
No outside tampering?
No outside tampering. Just,
So what you're doing qualify as outside tampering under your own rules?
no.
I think it was how I interpreted it is no convincing him
Yeah.
to sway him to eat or not.
Okay. Just want to make sure we're being fair to talk here. Proceed.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
know he can flavor. I don't think no matter what he does to that.
Because we never specified I couldn't do anything to it.
Yeah, sure. No, go
The
ahead.
deal was if he would taste it or not.
Yeah.
All right. So I'm trying to give myself the best chance of winning. So I make his bowl and his spoon smell like beef stew.
Sure.
And then I'm preparing everybody's stuff. And I'm going to start serving everybody with a, like, oh, okay. You guys are ready? You ready for this? And I'm like, you've had your ration? You're not going to,
No, I'm
you don't,
good.
you don't want any more?
I'm definitely
You sure?
okay with.
So I give Gundren his bowl and his, and I go back and get yours, and then I come back out with mine, and I like start eating my bowl in front of him and smiling like this. It's pretty dang good. Goblins, right? Mmm.
What does it look like?
So just
Is it just a brown paste at this point?
it's a brown paste, but it still has a little bit of chunks in it. It actually
Looks like
Flynn,
it should.
it looks kind of familiar to you as well. As you recall, when you lived at your village, things weren't the best.
Right.
And decisions had to be made that weren't always the best when it came to eating.
But it
So
smells
you
great.
are familiar with the texture of something like this, but it doesn't smell anything like that. Something like this should smell way worse, but it seems to smell like cinnamon and roast beef.
What a combination.
I look over at Gundren.
Did we give him a bowl?
I did. His doesn't smell as good, but it will taste the same.
He set it aside and went back to his paper.
Busy in thought, I understand.
This doesn't.
Actually pretty tasty.
So quite the chef you are, huh?
Not my best skill, but it's a skill I have.
Why have you not cooked for us before? We've been on the road for a week.
Time. We've
We've had nothing but time.
Yeah, it just didn't seem proper at those times. And plus, half the work was already done. I didn't have to cut any of this up. Didn't have to stew it for long. I just reheated it basically, and added seasoning, cinnamon mostly.
You are.
Where did you get cinnamon from?
I have a lot of toolkits and just random stuff in my. And I just started pulling like a short sword out of my coat and some goblets. And
Did
I'm
you
putting,
see
like,
him add cinnamon?
Wesley's, huh? What's that?
Did you see him add cinnamon to the?
Wesley's gonna look at Mr. Ravenden because he wasn't sure if he should tell or not.
You saw when I added the flavoring, right? The cinnamon flavoring. But you were really busy though, right? You still have stuff that you need to do. Yep. I don't want to keep you. Go ahead. You're good. You're good.
Okay.
He's busy. Really busy.
I'll just look
He's
over
fine.
at Flynn. Don't make you a decision whether you would like to eat that or not.
Mmm.
What the hell is going on?
It's rude.
True cartographer of confusion you are
If-
tonight.
No, I did make you dinner. It would hurt my feelings.
No, I do feel that to our contract, you eating that bowl and going, is a little sway.
I'm not telling you you should or shouldn't.
I'm going to be honest with you. I'm not going to eat this.
Why not? I thought you were a man of the world.
When you are trying to be sneaky about something, you are quite literally the opposite. You talk more than you ever normally do.
That's not true.
To be honest, I don't even understand why you're eating it.
It's pretty good. I wouldn't eat it if it wasn't good.
Is he eating a bowl too?
He's
He's
already
behind
done.
the.
Bowl's
There's a
empty.
fully edible flavored object right now. So yeah, doesn't taste bad, Wedge. It actually.
What do you lose if you try it?
Perhaps my bowels. Look, everyone's entitled to act stupid every once in a while, but you're starting to abuse the privilege. And I'll set the bowl down. I'm not eating it. It looks like
Give
shit.
me his goal.
And you see,
see that.
he hands 5 gold. Yeah.
What the fuck?
Wait, I'm gonna hear that. Did you say that loud? Mm-hmm. Hey, what was wrong with the bowl? You didn't like
The
it?
bowl was fine. Bowl looks great. It smells fine.
How should it improve?
The bowl.
No, the food inside of it.
It could maybe not look like what runs through the gutters in my village that I grew up in.
But can you describe what it should look like?
Not brown and not a brown lumpy paste.
So not brown and not lumpy. So it needs to be more solid.
I feel like you're taking the wrong things away from this.
Did you help him cook?
Well,
Don't look at him. Look at me. Did you help him cook?
Yes, I did.
How?
Well,
Wesley,
Wait,
are
hold
you
on.
done with your stuff?
Show me your hands. Show me your hands.
you gotta see it's just kind of bloodied.
It's
Wesley,
got deep purple stains all over it.
Back to your work.
No. Hold on.
sorry.
Don't listen to Mr. Raven then.
He's
You
practicing.
stop. I won already. How did he add that cinnamon to that bowl?
I added it. I thought it'd be nice.
How did you add said cinnamon to?
Well, I know you guys are kind of scared of my rats.
Mm-hmm.
So I thought the best idea, because when I was growing up, we had food and it never tasted good. So I made one of my rats kind of, it cleans it up and then it gives you good food.
How?
Well, it's not really ready yet, but I'll show you again. And then, all right. This time I'm gonna call Fatty. Can you let me kind of long range it?
Yeah,
for
sure,
whatever.
yeah.
All right, Fatty. Is there any more? Can I? Well, this stuff is all.
I don't think
good.
Flynn's
I
gonna.
slide my bowl over to you.
All right, that bowl. He's gonna open and go.
Tentacles fling out and then just dump with the contents inside of its mouth.
Oh yeah, but you know what? It takes time, and
But then it just.
well, Fatty. He's absorbing all the toxins. He's making sure that everything is edible, and you don't have any sickness. Because that's part of eating is sometimes you get sick. It's always a crapshoot. It's a eat or not, because you don't know if you're gonna get sick or not. But this time, every time, you won't get sick. Hasn't been done this yet.
No, you just say that. And you,
Fatty, please.
you,
They're watching me, Fatty.
so for this example, and yeah, you see, do you have something to catch the contents?
I'm just gonna go like this, and he's gonna drop the bowl in my hand, and then I'm just gonna go right here.
Well, who's gonna drop? Flynn gives you his bowl.
No, the-
I slid my bowl across to
Okay.
him.
It's in the rat's tentacles. I go like this.
Oh.
It drops into my hand.
Oh, okay.
And then I go like this, and it's aimed towards the ass.
Okay, and as he's holding it out, you see
You did
Fall into
this.
that bowl.
And we hear that same sound we heard on the other side of the curtain.
you
Yeah,
see
but
the
not
sound
as not as
well.
loud.
So you did that with the whole bowl. It sat there and ate a bowl after that?
I trust my young apprentice. It wasn't that bad.
But this is 100% free of toxins and stuff that make you feel bad. I even added some dye to it so that it has color, you know, and that it actually smells good.
Oh, I mean, that's the worst part. Red 40.
Have a bite.
Of course. And I'm just gonna go like this. And yeah, it's edible.
Did you eat it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, yeah, there's nothing really gross about it. It's actually quite natural and pure.
There's nothing natural,
Yeah.
or you know what? I don't even have the words, which is
It was
very rare for me.
really actually
You would
surprisingly
feed
tasty.
me necro rat shit.
Well, it's not necro if they're still alive. And
That
they're
rat's
functioning.
not alive.
No, if he was dead, there would be no brain activity.
I mean, he does got a point. I don't agree with the purifying of...
But
Wait, hold
Let
on.
me be clear. Under no circumstances, I don't care if I'm at death's door, will I ever eat anything that comes out of that dead rat's anus.
well, you know, animals are basically straws, so would you rather it come up the ass and out of his mouth?
I'll have nothing that comes out of any orifice of that creature.
But it's supposed to help people.
And more power to it.
Okay.
You won't help me with it.
I wouldn't... If you're trying to help someone with that, I would not let them see the act of that happen.
Okay. Well, you know, I'm trying to.
Maybe keep the curtain with you.
Oh, okay. I'll just
I'm
keep
gonna
it hidden
pat
then.
Wesley on the back. I'm like, you did good.
Okay.
I mean, it's impressive, don't get me wrong, but... It's gross.
Oh. I'll
Good
think
news is you found a use for the tentacles.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do about that leg?
I'm still working on it. And you just look into the thing, and it's kind of just sewn on to the other rat. I'll just get back to it then. Thank you for the input. I'm going back, and then he's just gonna go back to his tools.
Okay.
And then pull
Thank
out-
you, Wesley.
I'm gonna pull out my little contract, and he just kind of goes into
poops?
smoke. Yep.
Okay. Contract completed. New magics acquired. Food not eaten. So,
Level 4.
and actually, yeah, that I don't think the stream saw, but you guys are level 4 now. We're gonna go ahead and start our long rest.
Oh.
Unless you know what, actually, that do need to
Well,
check.
if we're gonna start our long rest, I'm gonna go light those candles that are on those little devices that I put out there.
Oh, that's right. To do the shadow play on the walls. Okay, you light those candles
Yep.
for bunkering down.
Are we doing watch?
I thought that's what Bug did.
I got a repair bug.
A bug is broken right now. It got
First.
shattered.
Oh, it didn't. It's not working.
No, it's gonna take me a little bit.
Shit.
I think we'll be okay. I think everybody ran away.
What, is there, like... Yeah, I mean, at least some on the map here. I want to go find the nearest chair that's in one piece.
No. It's been too long.
Nearest chair you're gonna find in one piece will be back in the banquet hall.
I'd go grab a chair from there and bring it back in the room. And, like, once we're, like, turning in for the night, closing the door and putting the chair in there. And then to reinforce it, I'll take out one of my metal pittons and hammer it under the door as well.
Okay, you lodge the chair under the door handle entryway, essentially making it to where something would have to really put some force in there to get in. And put your pitten in there as well. Anyone do anything else for long rest?
I'm gonna take as much time as I can to like go over our gear. If anybody wants to drop off the gear and sew up holes, do whatever, and put Bug's parts out.
Okay, so you're gonna spend a few hours doing repairs.
Yeah.
Because you can do that during a long rest. It's
Yeah.
4 and 4, so you can. Okay. How long does it take to repair Bug?
Technically instantaneously, but
Oh, that's okay. That's fine.
yeah, I'm just gonna put like like when you do a jigsaw puzzle and you put like all the corner pieces here, and that's what I'm gonna do is like put all those pieces and then put my cube right in the center, and
Okay.
then start writing little things on my piece of paper and putting it in certain areas.
And besides that, we're not doing any watch stuff?
I think we agreed that we're not gonna do a watch.
Okay.
Believe in the chair door.
That and the little shadow watchers that we have.
Well, time does pass, and fortunately, nothing does happen, and you all get a long rest.
Yay!
Hell yeah.
Sweet.
I was needing that one.
All health, spells, hit die, return.
Yes.
You guys are up. You went to sleep at a proper time. Nighttime fell and whatnot. You long rested, so it is now morning. Tonk, you subtracted a ration last night, so you don't have to eat another one now. But if anyone else, well, I guess you ate stew.
Yeah.
Technically, you're okay. Did you eat a whole bowl of that stuff? Or?
I ate like
two.
2 bowls.
Okay, so only Flynn needs to subtract a ration today to avoid exhaustion.
And I do.
Question for
No,
Tom.
no problem.
Did you not drink yesterday?
Probably not. At some point, I assume Tonk probably drank.
Okay.
All right, well, it's morning. We've eaten our food. What are we doing? Actually, you know what? Gundren will be first to act here. He stands up after he kindly asks one of you if you can have any a ration as well.
I gave him one of mine.
He happily takes it and thanks you again for your kindness and munches it down.
Yes, we won't be having you eat any anus stew.
It was good.
I am happy that you felt that way.
Well, it's more like a cloaca.
So I'm ready to head back when all you are. I do hope my brothers Nundro and Tharden are at the Wave Echo Caves already, perhaps setting up a perimeter guard to make sure that nothing else gets in. Ideally, nothing else will be there. But whenever you're ready.
Oh, you'll start hearing like a beeping sound, like beep, 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 beep.
What's this?
And then my cube's gonna shoot up in the air above Bug's parts and kind of put Bug back together again. And he's, boom, there.
Oh, wow. Is
And
that
then-
new?
That took way less time than I thought it would.
Oh, is his name Bug 2?
It's
Like,
also,
no, Bug 2.
no, just also.
Bug.
Not Bug also, but it's just Bug.
We can
Same
call him
Bug.
Bug too.
Bug 2.
I mean, I guess it makes you feel good. But it's Bug.
It's going in the notes.
Okay.
Bug 2.
The robot canine of sorts, I suppose.
Yep, and then I'm gonna make him shrink down into his puppy form. And then let him jump in my coat. here.
Magics I haven't seen anywhere in the Sword Coast. All right.
Pick up my cube and put that in my pocket as well.
Fascinating. Where are you from again, if you don't mind me asking?
Boulder's Gate.
I haven't seen such works like that in Neverwinter, Baldur's Gate. Are you from these lands?
I'm from Boulder's Gate. Have you never heard of the Fulcrum?
I have, but I never really dealt with them. Is that what they do, those things?
Not really. I'm trying to test other technologies.
All right, well, keep it up. I think doing things like that, you'll go far.
Do you want to play with them?
No, I'm quite all right.
You can play with them.
Not in a playful mood, I'm afraid.
That's not rude. It's fine.
I meant no offense.
No offense. I'm just saying, it's okay to turn things down.
Aye.
Don't feel obligated.
Yes, like I turned down the rat anus gumbo last night.
I've had too much of what the goblin's been giving me. I couldn't have any more. Overhearing your methods, you'll be hard-pressed to find many who will be willing to try new things, but they do exist. There are some that are as adventurous as you can get. They'll try anything once. There are others that will retch at the idea, so don't be discouraged in your craft.
Well, would you be one of the ones to try it once?
No.
Well, okay. I guess I just got more work to do. Thank you.
He nods at you and then just stands there at the ready.
Please fill out this
Just
comment
immediate
card.
no.
You just wanted feedback.
Alright.
I guess we're ready to go. I'm gonna pack up all my stuff.
Ready as we're going to be. Are we headed to Phandelver?
Aye.
Yeah. Well, hopefully, we still have a couple of horses saddled up at the wood's edge.
Oh, we rented them. I forgot about that.
How did you forget about the horses?
You left horses saddled at the forest edge? Like, near here?
Yes.
Lads, I don't think those horses will be there. Especially, did anything escape?
We
Oh, no.
We hid them pretty well. They did escape, but they didn't look like they were going in the direction that we... All of the goblins and bugbears that we saw ran to the west and to the north. Our horses are to the southeast of the castle, about a half a mile in from the forest edge.
I see. I hope that's the case. That's, anything around here normally gets caught quite quickly. Aye, over here. But hopefully they'll be fine.
They'll be fine. They'll be fine.
I hope they'll be fine.
We hid
No,
them.
no. We put like branches around them and they'll be fine. Like, Lynn knows what he's talking about.
They're there just for the evening.
Yeah, one night.
We should have brought them in.
I forgot we had horses until you said it.
Well, let's go check.
Yeah, let's go.
Aye, I'm right behind you.
And I'll start making my way downtown. I'll walk out of the castle's like front doors, down the steps, and then head south down to where we tied up the horses.
Okay. So Flynn makes his way outside, all of you in tow, I'm assuming?
Yeah.
And I'm gonna immediately let Bug back out and let him grow again.
Turns into a big dog outside. And you head outside of Cragmaw Castle and into the forest line a good bit to where you had left those horses. It doesn't take long to find where you think you left them. You, look around a bit. Is this the spot where we left those horses? It should be. Everyone make an investigation check. Actually, no, make that a perception. So,
Oh, I gotta roll
perception
again
check.
then. Perception. Can you let me roll again, Jamie? Because you said a different skill.
Yeah, go
You
for
got
it.
a 20.
I got a 20 on the second one when I rolled for that one.
Sure.
All right, cool.
I got a
19.
I got 21.
I got a 12.
Dumb it.
Okay. So, you all look around this position where you had left those horses. They're not nearby, but you all rolled high enough. A little bit in the distance, you could see what looks like two horses just unsaddled to anything. They don't seem to be attached to anything. One seems to have its head down, the other seems to be just laying on the ground.
Oh no.
Had to say something, didn't you, Gundry? You had to say something, didn't you?
I mean, are those not your horses?
We're gonna find out. I go.
Do we not recognize the horses or what?
You can go.
Just start walking
You
towards
can
the
go up
horses.
to 'em.
Yeah.
So you make your way to the horses, and once you get close enough, you realize
They're perfectly fine.
these are your horses. The one laying down seems perfectly fine. Seems to be just having a nice little chill nap. They don't look harmed, but strangely, they are missing their saddles.
Those fuckers just steal our saddles and leave?
Or maybe the horses took them off because they were uncomfortable.
That's a completely valid and rational thought. Yeah.
Do we see
Can I look around?
the saddles? Yeah.
Do we see the saddles in the woods?
No.
Like where they originally were?
You saw no barding saddles of any sort.
So basically,
Where?
somebody left us our car but broke the window and
You
stole
have
our
to say
shit.
somebody took our radio.
Yeah.
Can I look at those horses to see if anything is wrong with it or if it's been fucked with in any specific way?
Is there a bomb?
Only if you look at the
They put a
front.
bomb in it. I don't want to turn the ignition and it goes.
Absolutely. You're just trying to examine it.
Yeah.
What is this, Gotham?
Sure. Make a medicine check.
Shit, medicine. Grab its balls and tell it to cough. I got a 2. No, I was just fuck with that. I didn't grab its balls. I got a 2 though. I'm just trying to see if it's like been hurt or anything.
Man's about to
Dude,
get kicked in the
Wesley-
face by a horse.
Just looks like a horse.
Okay.
Can't tell if anything else happened to it.
I will go up to the front of the one that I was riding and kind of like give it some scritches under and I'll kind of like look at it in its eyes. You all right? What happened to you? And stuff like I know it's not gonna answer, but I'm just kind of like pet talking to it.
It just kind of shakes its head and just smooths it around a little
Who
bit.
did this to you? Those little goblins, those little shitheads. Doesn't say anything back.
If you have speak
It
with
was
animals,
crazy.
I was just making sure it wasn't like
it doesn't say anything back.
not a shapeshifter. Are you? Seen enough of those. Well, if we want to ride these, it's going to be pretty sore when we get back, but I suppose it's better than walking. They don't like. I'll do my own kind of look through. I don't know anything about horses, but just making sure there's no wounds, cuts, or anything like that.
Yeah, do they have a limp when they walk?
I mean, you don't outwardly notice anything like that. If you want to do a full check, you can do a medicine check.
Yeah, I'm gonna touch everything but the balls. Is it medicine?
Medicine.
19.
Okay. You give the horse a good once over, lifting its mane, sort of just checking around it, checking where the saddle was attached, and seeing maybe if something extra bad happened to it. You don't notice anything that looks like the horse was wounded. It does look a little bit scratched on its side from maybe where one of the clamps were holding the saddle. But other than that, nothing.
All right. Well,
But we gotta walk them out of the forest anyways. See how they react.
yeah. All right. I'm gonna pull out my rope, and I'll just kind of tie the rope around one of them, and then a rope around the other one. Kind of rope them together, pretty much.
Mhm.
And I'll just kind of hold the lead and try and lead them.
Okay, it's not too difficult to do that. They are trained horses for passengers and farm work. So you tie this rope around both of them and use it as sort of a lead and have a nice firm grasp at the end of it. And when you start walking and they feel that tug, they just gently trot along with you.
All right. Well, shall we head back to Phandelver?
Okay. Before we continue to Phandelver, we are going to take a break. So give us about 10 minutes. We'll be right back.
BRB.
You can see your lover.
Not pass out. You just worked on it.
All right, we're back.
Hey.
Oh, hi.
Hey.
Okay, so you guys got the horses now, and we are starting our trek back to Phandelver, yes?
Yeah.
Yep. We're walking out of the woods.
Yes. So, just to
Far are we
update
from
you guys
Phandelver?
on where you're at.
Not that far.
Yeah, you're not far at all. You guys are like right here.
I assume I attuned to that staff as well.
Yes. Staff of Defense, I believe it should be in your inventory.
Mhm.
All the bells and whistles with it. So, you're not far from Phandelver. Looks like you might be about, with horses, day and a half. Gundren actually, you travel for maybe about 2 hours on foot to get through the forest until you hit the forest edge. Once you hit that point, Gundren asks, I see you've got 2 horses and, your creature, you called it Bug?
Yep.
He looks it over and then says, can it carry a lot of weight?
Yeah. Fair amount, I believe. I can ride him if that's what you're asking.
Well, I was going to ask if perhaps I could.
Let me look up his stat block because it doesn't show me his strength. One second.
Just imagine 2 horses and a dog with 5 people just trotting down the track.
I mean, he can ride the horse, and I'll ride on Bug if it's an issue.
Is that what you tell him?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, sure, I could, if you don't mind, I could ride on the horse, but wouldn't mind riding on the canine.
Hold on. How big is he?
He is a dwarf, about Tonk size.
Tonk weighs roughly 270 pounds.
Dang,
But he doesn't weigh near as much, because he is not wearing armor.
his hat.
Or his hat. That's
He's
true.
No, that's Tonk's base weight
Without armor.
without armor.
Okay, he's much thinner and smaller than Tonk.
so his strength is 14 plus 2, so it's 16. Do not know what that equates to in weight carrying capacity.
So, it looks like just looking at Bug. I mean, you built him, you know his specs, and then looking over at Gundren, it looks like it could carry him. It looks like it could walk with him. It doesn't look like it could sprint with him.
So just a normal pace of the horse, a walking pace.
Mhm.
All right. Well, if you want to, yeah, go ahead.
Oh, excellent. And he walks over to it and just kind of gives it a once over. And does Bug react at all, or does it do anything?
No, he knows that I want Gundren to be able to ride him, so he just kind of like,
He climbs onto its back.
yeah.
Are you going to get on your horses?
Horse. Let's climb on the horses. I get on with Wesley.
Who's driving for you guys?
Wesley.
And you two?
I'd be driving.
I think he would be driving.
All right, I'm not going to have y'all make animal handling checks this time because we've done the horses before. They're
They know
well
us,
tempered.
they're comfortable with us.
They're much more chill. But you guys all hop on horseback and now all start riding back towards Phandelver. Again, it's about a day and a half's travel, so you spend a majority of this day with no interruption, no issues, until the sun starts to set again. Unless we're doing very specific stuff here, I'm going to fast forward this night.
What's it like riding bareback compared to a saddle?
It's definitely something that could leave a rash if you're not careful.
And you go usually to slower speed.
You know, it's up to you. Were you wanting to go even slower than normal? I thought you were going like...
Yeah, just normal speed.
Okay. So nothing specific we're doing for this evening?
Riding.
No, if we're riding, no.
No, just
Do we see another gold bag on the tree?
No, you do not.
Okay.
Okay, in that case, the sun is setting. It is starting to get dark. Are we setting up camp or riding through the night?
how far have we made it?
A full day's travel, so you have about half a day left, and it is nighttime. You want to see where you're at on the map?
Yeah.
You guys would be probably right about here.
So we've made it to the road.
Yeah, you're at the road.
I mean, what's a few more hours if we're on the road already?
Yeah.
Power through. And we'll have a nice
Nice
ale.
bed.
So how much time is it? Another half a day?
Roughly a half day, probably a little bit less than that.
Okay.
Maybe like 8 hours.
I mean, we got an extra set of hands in case anything goes sideways.
All right. I mean, if you're sleepy, you can just say so.
No. I just not too comfortable with riding at night. But if you guys are, I feel comfortable with
fair.
having
no,
you guys by my side.
I'm not one to put somebody in a situation that they don't feel comfortable with or force them to do something that maybe is not in their best interest. Or eat something maybe that isn't great. So
I'm just.
I see where he's
Yeah,
going.
yeah,
I
I
see
felt
where
this
he's
was
going
coming.
now.
we should camp.
I agree.
We should camp. I'll find the first good spot, like off the side of the road to make camp.
Sure. Looks like other folks have done the same before. You find a spot that looks like it was already cleared out in the past for camping.
Is there any other people out here camping?
Not at the moment, no.
Okay. I would go set up camp like right next to them if there was.
No, just you guys at the moment.
Break out tents, set up tents.
Mhm.
Kind of do that thing. Tell Bug to do his sentry
Okay.
mode thing.
I'll bust out the loot, play some music, drink
Alright.
some whiskey.
Go grab Tonks and ask him if he wants his cast of beer.
Yes. I was going to ask for that.
All right.
Sorry, you calling him Tonks?
Nope. You've been drinking a lot of brandy.
I hold up my gigantic fancy chalice that I have that's also full of wine. You're right.
Do you want some of the other brandy that we found?
Oh, the special stuff.
The one drink special stuff.
Right. Maybe in the morning. Little hair of the dog.
So you got Tonk's attention.
It's technically his. So I agree.
It's a breakfast drink.
Oh,
You
I
know what?
like a good breakfast.
After we have our ration in the morning, cigars, bit of brandy,
Oh,
a good way to start off the day. I
Stogies
like-
with the boys.
Yeah,
Yes.
I like that.
Yeah.
It's sounds good.
all
right.
right. That's
Sound good?
yeah. It's
Yeah.
great.
All right. Well, here's your beer.
Thank you.
I
Wait, what did
take
you
my
get him?
little
His
John
little
style
beer jug?
Yeah,
chalice.
his
and,
beer cast.
Finish off your brandy.
yeah.
Mr. Stone Dong?
Yeah.
I did. You know, well, I know you don't like Mother, but I need to. Do you mind taking more beer? Her breast gets swollen, and it's very uncomfortable.
Okay.
I would just hate to waste it and just pour it out.
I understand where you're coming from. If you need to relieve her and refill up my keg, you can. Just don't tell me about it and just do it.
Okay.
She creeps me out.
Wesley, take it to our tent.
Okay. Right away,
Let's do
Mr.
it
Stone
now.
Dong. I'm just gonna grab it and
Well-
kind of roll it like a dung beetle.
I'll pour myself another ale to get my. Okay, now you can take it.
You just hear it. You just hear like a I was like, wow, she was really built up in there, Mr. Ravenden. And you get 4 gallons.
Fills it with 4 gallons of just beer. Is that what it was?
Yeah, let's do beer.
Okay.
What's the difference between beer and ale? Is that a real difference, or?
I think it is, isn't it?
It is a difference.
Ale
I
has a
don't
much
know.
deeper, dark taste, or
I mean, isn't an ale just a type of beer?
I think it is.
Well, it just says beer here.
It's like
That's fine.
It's still
Whiskey,
made with
scotch, and
hops
bourbon.
and stuff, right?
yeah,
It does the same job. It
Like
needs
an
to do.
IPA is an India Pale Ale,
yeah.
which is a beer.
Yeah, see, same thing. Yeah, you fill it up 4 gallons.
All right, 4 gallons. I'm just gonna roll it back. There you go, Mr. Stone Dong. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, and I'm just gonna walk back, see what Mr. Ravendun's doing.
Well, I'm still with Tonks, and
Oh,
I'm gonna
never
offer
mind.
him a cigar, and then
You do keep putting an S at the end of my name.
I'm like halfway, like drunk. I fucking knew it. I knew I heard it.
I said cigar.
No. You said Tonksons.
I said Tonksons.
Actually, Tonk, he said that out of character. So he was dictating his action.
You know, these ales, I haven't had 2 ales here in a minute.
Do you like a cigar?
Sure.
I'm going to give him a cigar. It's not from the rat. I rolled these myself. You're safe. But I did want to ask you about something.
Okay.
The next thing you think we can bet on? We can't do Wesley. That's
Do
too
you
easy.
have a
Wesley's
gambling
just like
addiction?
watching.
No, it just seems like it'd be fun.
Oh,
We'll just when the time's right.
okay.
Okay.
All right. You're just open to making some more wagers.
It seemed like a good time. It was fun.
Okay.
I failed miserably, but I gotta subtract gold.
Yeah, I added it for sure. So
Let me do that real quick.
So Wesley,
Hey, Mr. Flynn.
sweet summer boy.
Are you touching me?
No, he's just speaking.
Okay.
He would dictate it otherwise.
Usually when they talk like that to Wesley, they start putting their hands on him.
Who does
Who
this?
hurt you?
Oh, I'm sorry, Mr.
Wait,
Flynn.
who did this?
Well, you know how it is.
I don't.
Well, you know, I guess I.
Who the fuck put hands on you? I'll have their balls.
Well, some things, are deserved.
Yes, that's right. And the person who touched you will get what they deserve. What are you working on?
Well, I was thinking about what you said about the anus.
Yes,
I
the
was-
freak rat shit. What's up?
Well, about that, I was wondering what kind of foods you liked and what they smell and what shape they are.
Well, shape, that's a weird modifier to put on it. Really, most foods, just mainly things that don't come out of rectums or cloacas.
Okay, you're gonna see Wesley write this down. All right.
Typically the type of things you would find in a tavern on the menu
Right, like that.
that's prepared by cooks, chefs.
Okay.
Bacon, eggs,
Eggs.
chicken eggs.
Okay.
Eggs from the chicken.
Huh.
No rat eggs.
So it has to come out of a chicken? Just
A-
any part of the chicken.
You know what? Let's move on from the eggs. How about like a nice steak from a cow, a living cow, not a rat cow.
I suppose I can make that work.
What do you
Okay.
mean you suppose you just buy the meat and you cook it
But,
on fire? You don't run it through an intestinal tract.
well,
It'll run through my intestinal tract.
Well, Mr. Flynn, just think about rats that are able to do this, Where I come from, rats are common and food isn't. So,
There was a story I heard once about a rat that worked in a kitchen, and there were far less bodily fluids involved than what I witnessed last night.
well, I was rushed, and if dry is like what you like with food, that can be arranged.
It was the tale of Ratatouille, and what I witnessed last night was the tale of Crapapooey.
A good one, Mr. Flynn. Thank you. Well, maybe if I make another incision somewhere that's not the asshole, I can do that, and it's.
Why do we have assholes and incisions involved at all? Why not just the good old cook it on over a fire, on a grill, a stove? Why are we involving rats with what we're eating?
Well-
It's crazy.
You're adding outside variables into the equation. What if we don't have access to meat or anything that's good?
Well, then, what do you mean? Anything that's good?
Well, what if we're stuck with, just more gruel and you don't know if it's good or bad?
Well, desperate times, of course, call for desperate measures, but when I've got perfectly fine granola in my back and I have no risk of running out, I'm not going to eat
Well, it's
anything that comes out of your family.
Well, it's a work in progress. Is there anything I can do to maybe help you see that this is really good? This is really good, Mr. Flynn. I promise.
I'll tell you what. If you come up with some kind of recipe using your rats to prepare it, and you can sell that recipe and the method for it to a respectable tavern that we visit, I will indulge.
Okay, I'll do that. And then you're gonna see this is good. I'm doing good, and this can help a lot of people. They just
Yes.
need to overlook certain things.
We're not going to overlook things. Think of it, if you were preparing... If you were going to prepare a meal for Sister Grail for a date, right? Maybe use that as the bar.
Well, I guess.
Speaking of the bar, I have to go visit it. And I'll just kind of like...
Well, okay, Mr. Flynn. Thank you.
I'll go like pour more whiskey into my chalice.
And I'm gonna go right back to Mr. Ravenden and just kind of listen to whatever they were talking about.
I think we're definitely done with ours, but how close is it to bedding down time?
Now.
Great. So since Wesley came back over, I want to ask him, like, hey, can I get you to do me a favor? Real quick, we haven't really done much today. I need some private time in the tent.
You need the curtain held up.
I just need you to stand outside of the tent for a little bit for me.
Okay, Mr. Ravenden, you got it.
Just, I'll let you know when to come in.
Okay.
Okay?
Mm-hmm.
We're good?
We've done this before, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I know the drill.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna go in the tent and roll up my sleeve, and you know that little port I have?
Little IV.
Yeah.
Little hole in you. Yeah.
So, I haven't used any spells today, and it looks like there's like an infection there.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to cut myself to relieve some of the pressure and let it kind of like drain the blood out.
Okay. What's that look like?
So I'll take out like a small bowl.
And then you two
Y'all
see
gross.
Flynn, you're a little loopy right now. so
I'm in the tent doing this.
No, they don't see you doing this, but they definitely see. Wesley, what do you look like when you stand guard in front of a tent?
Just like this, but I'm unsure that I'm doing it right. So just anxious.
So
And I
that's
never
what
gave
you
him any
both see.
instructions.
He's just doing this in front of Wedge's tent. But proceed, Wedge.
So I have a small bowl that I usually mix the blood and the ink with, and I just kind of let it drip, and it just doesn't flow as fluid as blood normally was. It's a little bit more viscous and thick, and it just kind of pours into there, and then once it's all done, it just kind of sizzles off into a smoke.
Okay.
And then the veins, like the infection looks like it goes away, and then I cast Cure Wounds on myself.
All right.
Wesley, I hope whatever this is not something that's pertaining to our conversation earlier.
This isn't me. This is, well, Mr. Ravenden needs his privacy.
And I poke my head out. I'm like, I'm done changing. I haven't changed anything.
Well, okay. I'm just gonna. What was I doing? Holding a tarp?
No, I'm in the tent. All you were doing was supposed to like stand outside.
I don't.
I didn't ask you to guard or anything. I just just need some private time.
Dirty diaper?
Just
Yeah.
cleaning things up.
That's
Definitely
what
shit
happens
myself.
when you eat rat anus gumbo.
He does got a point.
Yes.
It looks the exact same coming out as it does
It
coming
does.
in.
I
But
shit
it looked
my
like stew
pants.
coming in.
Exactly.
And then no saddle on the horses. Made a mess.
little
of
chafy.
things. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. What that was. I'm gonna go to bed.
You're weird. You know that, right?
I'm going to bed. And I just slink back into the.
What's Gundren doing?
Gundren's already kind of set up a. Oh, he doesn't have a bag, does he?
He can garage with me.
He walks up to you and since you've shown the most kindness thus far, he again asks to help him out a little bit.
Come on, buddy.
Gave the fucker food. How much kindness does he want?
You know what you gave him.
It's a good thing you don't have your hat with you, or else we might not both fit in here.
Small blessings, I suppose. And he hops in your tent. Talk, roll a d20 with your proficiency bonus again.
Hey, was that a nat one?
Is this for drinking?
All right, so if you're inspecting a stone, what do you get to add to it? Is there not some background feature you have for that?
No, I don't think so.
I thought you had advantage for something.
Sure.
No, I'm almost positive it's some masonry thing.
15. I mean, I am proficient in masonry tools.
But when you're trying to identify a stone, you don't get any bonuses of any sort?
Well, okay. For some reason it says brewer supplies, but I definitely didn't choose that.
I think I might be able to pull it up right here too. Let's see. Because I know Tonk specializes in this type of stuff, so I want to give him a little more oomph to try to help him finish this thing.
Get advantage.
When you make a history check related to the origin of stonework, you are considered proficient in the history skill and double your proficiency bonus to check. So in this case, double your proficiency to whatever you rolled. But in that case, you got a 5, I guess.
2.
I rolled a 2. I don't know what.
So your proficiency bonus right now is 3, so you'd add 6 to that roll. So 8 is still not good enough, though.
No.
So okay, so another night of you just feel like you could have done better with it.
Yeah, you know, I'll use the inspiration. I don't know if I'll be able to use it again.
That's all right, too.
Okay. Inspiration
But-
skulls used.
You're like, inspirational. Think about it.
Non-natural 20.
Oh!
Fuck yeah.
You made some much better progress with this. You feel like if you had just one more, maybe like 4
One more
or 5
beer?
solid hours with this thing, it could be perfect.
Okay.
All right.
I go to bed.
Everyone bunkers down for the night.
Bug's doing his
Do we
thing.
share tents?
Bugs
Or do I have a-
guarding,
You and I share tent.
being the guard dog for the evening, but nothing happens. Another night passes. More long rest gained. Morning comes, and we have to eat some food to avoid some exhaustion. Subtract a ration if you'd like to do that. Gundren again walks up to you, Flynn, and says, I'll repay you when we get into town.
Of course. I give him one of my rations again.
I
He
would like
smiles
to
and
go
takes
to
it.
Wesley and hand him my ration. And I would like to say, like, Wesley, see where your progress is at.
Okay, Mr. Ravenden.
Can you make this taste better?
Okay.
And then I'm going to bring out a bowl as well.
Leslie's gonna make Fatty come out. It grabs your food with the tentacles, swallows it. And now we wait 10 minutes. All right.
Why we're locking eyes, not speaking.
All right, Fatty, do your thing. Fatty's gonna he's just gonna lay an egg now. And
So he ate the ration?
yeah, what was the ration?
Just whatever a ration is.
So whatever you want it to be, just travel food. So
It's travel food.
Was it
trail
granola?
mix, jerky.
Yeah.
All right, so if it's jerky, I'm gonna say it's jerky.
Like, yeah, okay, that'll work.
All right, and Wesley's gonna grab the egg and kind of crack it open a bit.
And I got the bowl, just holding it.
All right, here, try this. And he's gonna pour it, and the granola is gonna be breaded
How
and
do you
deep
go from
fried.
jerky to...
Oh, my bad. You got deep fried.
It turned into granola.
Deep fried fucking jerky. It's just gonna add bread. Panko. You ever had panko?
Yeah.
It's gonna have like that on the crust.
And I'm going
I don't want to know where that came from.
eat it. Does it taste fine?
Tastes crunchy, but about the same. Yeah, crunchy same.
Okay.
Well,
And I'm like, not bad, it's better.
I think
You've worked on the texturing part of it.
the dye can be made into sort of more crunch. So I can't really change the contents of what's eaten, but but I can mess with the texture a bit.
Me and Gundren are just sitting over here with our granola, like,
I like it. I'm eating it. I'm like trying to offer. Eh?
Fuck no.
Okay. Well, I can't do much in a day, so I'll keep working on it.
Wesley.
Gundren, you ever see a rat egg before?
That's a
I
have.
appreciate this, and I like your.
But with the egg, it won't really touch the. I mean, it still touches the intestines, but at least it won't touch the anus.
How did you know it was going to lay an egg?
You tweaked it, right?
Yeah, I did.
How?
Well, if you think about it, it's all about. Let's think about this. Can I have taken a bird earlier, Jamie? Will you let me do that one for this one?
Take it, like, just have a bird with you?
Or like, let's say that Wesley has like, can I have like a pouch of maybe animals that I've been thinking of, kind of like the tentacles, but like small? Because I'm about to pull this out of my ass.
You know what? Let's do a check for this.
Make a BS check.
All right, make a BS check.
Let's make a.
Okay, I can't really do shit out of my ass. All right, here you go. You ready?
Just your rats.
Make a. Just make a medicine check. Do a
Medicine check.
Yeah, let's do medicine. It's intelligence, right? Or is that wisdom?
That's wisdom.
That's wisdom.
Yeah, I'm bad with wisdom.
Because you would have what you wanted to have found a bird. I'm guessing you wanted to cut off its something that makes eggs.
Yeah.
Be nature, maybe.
Yeah,
nature,
do nature.
nature.
Just do nature.
Nature.
Nature or animal handling.
I got a 19.
Perfect. Yeah, at some point you found maybe a dead bird while traveling.
That wasn't dead.
And it wasn't dead. It was.
It is now.
Or like maybe minutes after. How long does an organ expire after someone dies?
You found what you needed
All right, cool.
and pull it out of your bag.
Well, the way it works, Mr. Flynn, is, I found a bird that was moments from death, and I kept it around, and you've seen Sally, right?
Did you
Sally?
pull this bird out now?
Well, I got rid of the carcass, and
Okay.
I couldn't do whatever I could with it, but I found the cloaca pretty interesting, and Sally can grow stem cells and try to attach herself to whatever organ I put on her, but usually it's just rats. But I found a way to make it with different organisms. I just need to shave the rat and stitch it together and try to connect the stem cells to, whatever it's connected to.
Right,
And then
of course.
once Sally is done, I can cut off and make incisions and place the now, alive functioning rat cloaca onto someone else.
Makes perfect sense. I don't think I've ever regretted asking a question more in my life.
There's a lot of
And-
science behind it.
Now we have eggs.
Rat eggs. Mm-hmm. This is my fault.
But you eat eggs all the time.
I do.
So technically, this isn't a rat egg. It's whatever this bird was. I forget what kind of bird it was. But
It doesn't matter.
Can we have some of your morning brandy now?
It's in the stretch hole.
Yeah, I'll grab it. It's in like a tinier cast, right?
Yeah.
Like a brandy cast.
You've gotten through a few glasses of it because there were only 20 worth in there,
And we've gone through 3.
so there's 17 left.
And I'm gonna hand it to Flynn and kind of give him that eye thing about the like two. Remember the 2 thing?
I pull
Like
out
it's
my
in-
chalice.
well,
Pour in there.
it's perfectly natural. It's perfectly natural. It's
It is part of nature.
It is. Just be careful
A
with
cup.
who you let see it. Okay?
You gain 1 temporary hit point.
And
Oh.
I want
Oh,
one
shit.
as well.
okay.
Okay.
Oh, I need to.
Oh no, you don't want a second one.
Oh,
We did it.
I have a really bad day if I don't have at least 2 of what I'm drinking.
And I look at Flynn and I call his name. I'm like, I look at him disappointed. I'm like, I thought you were gonna do the one in the
Now you see him doing some weird stuff, talking, not sure.
Can I smell it? What's it smell like? What's it smell like to me?
like
to
brandy.
Potent.
Oh.
Very potent.
Mr. Stone Dong, you can have mine.
Oh, see? Oh, sweet summer boy.
You down it,
Oh,
and you gain the poison affliction.
Oh,
Oh.
shit.
You suddenly don't feel so good after drinking that.
Can we get +1 HP?
If everyone else who drinks one, yeah.
And I'm going to pass out the cigars to Flynn.
so I'm resistant to poison.
Just the damage.
Was
Not the
this a potion?
affliction.
Poison means I think you have disadvantage on attack rolls and saving throws for the next.
One.
I think it's hours.
Don't just resist the poison.
Did you give?
Think of it like less like a poison and more like food poisoning.
Yeah, it's a condition.
An upset stomach.
Yeah.
Upset tum tum.
I'm assuming we're gonna give Gundren one as well.
If he wants one. Gundren. You're a dwarf. You like to drink, yes?
I do.
A little something to wake you up.
Sure, I'll have a glass.
I pour some in my fancy cup, my chalice, and hand it to him.
He drinks it down and coughs a bit. That's strong, but it's a good burn.
Yeah, the best.
And he will gain 1 temporary hit point.
We have 12 left on that.
Cool. I'll hand you the cask back.
Yeah, put it back. And then I pass out cigars to you guys.
Yeah.
Some stogies.
And then one to Gundren. And I do not offer you one, Wesley.
That's okay.
You're not of age.
Well, he had a bad reaction to the drinking, so I don't think he'll like this very much.
You know what? It's for the better. It's good for you to not partake.
Oh.
But if you want to try,
Have I tried it before?
I don't think you have. I think you've tried alcohol, but I don't think you've tried one of these yet.
Well, I wouldn't mind trying it.
So I give the one I have already lit, like just a small puff.
Okay, I'm gonna take a small puff.
All
I'm just
right.
gonna cough like.
Did you inhale?
I don't know. I got scared.
All right. Next time, you just in your mouth and exhale.
No, I liked it.
You did?
Did you guys like it?
I enjoy it.
These are good.
Yes, they are good. But I think that's it for me.
That's fine. That's fine.
You don't want to have too much of a good thing.
Right. We just put that back.
Yeah. This is an older person's thing.
Okay.
You might be a little too young for it.
But
Sophistication.
But you tried.
And I want to like blow like a few like smoke rings, like.
Wow. I'm just gonna watch the smoke rings until they disappear.
It's like
So it's still, yep, we're up and at 'em. It's early morning. The horses are
it's
nearby.
morning.
Yeah, pick up camp and we've eaten. Let's go.
Okay. You all hop back on your rides and make your way towards Phandelver. Doesn't take that long to get there. It's about 4 hours out.
Oh shit! I deleted all my rations by accident.
Nothing weird happens along the way until finally
he drops all.
we are back in town.
Hey.
Glad you said that. I gotta subtract one.
I had 7. I should have 6. 6 rations.
Phandelver you left is the same Phandelver you remember as you walk into, again, another bright, sunny day with an active town. There's people out and about, business being done, deals being made. Just another day. You are at the northern entrance currently. What would you like to do?
Northern, so we're near Darren's place, right?
He would be right around the corner. Yes, you are specifically. I can scroll to it. I think there's only one. Yeah, right here.
So I'm gonna suggest, especially since I know Flynn likes the apples, if anybody's interested in going to get some apples, since we're back in town.
Yeah, I mean, we can swing by the Eatermouth.
I mean, we're here. Maybe get a bushel, and have them back at the place.
You think we can just go take them?
We should probably ask.
Well, you're welcome to do that.
You know Darren.
I
He's a good guy.
heard of the man, but I haven't met him.
Fantastic physique.
He
He
grows
is-
great apples.
He owns an orchard. I know that much.
But you've never met him.
No.
Do you want to meet him real quick?
If I'm being honest, I'd like to get to work. The sooner I start, the sooner we can head to the Wave Echo Cave, and I'm going to need about a week to really get the correct path on. So,
Where are you headed?
Stonehill Inn.
Stonehill Inn. That's where we're staying.
Oh,
Usually, yeah.
Well, good. If you have room and board there, then I suppose
It's not like that other shithole down the road.
the sleeping giant, was it?
Yeah, real piece of crap.
There were
That
some-
place.
Clientele's a little. Well, it used to be sketchy, and then we
Cleaned up.
did clean up.
Now
cleaned
just
up
the
this
employees suck.
You may want to swing by Town Hall. That's where we last left
Sildar.
Sildar. Yeah,
Oh.
Sildar was in Town Hall.
Speaking of that, do you have any plans on going to see Sildar?
I suppose it would be in my best interest to visit him at some point. I'd like to set up residence first, but I'll probably go see him.
I'm gonna take off my jacket and go like this and dump all of Sildar's gear out.
He's a bit taken aback when he just hears clang, 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 just this metal hitting the ground.
And-
What?
This
You know-
is his.
Big things, small packages. that
Do
whole thing.
you mind giving it back to him?
Oh,
Well, he just carries all this with his 2 arms?
I mean, we were probably gonna go see Sildar too.
Why did you just dump all of this stuff out here?
a few people will stop and kind of like.
We're gonna get apples.
We hadn't even decided to get apples yet.
I thought we were definitely.
You just
gonna go get
decided to
apples.
litter. That's what just happened.
I don't mind taking it to him if that's what you want.
I mean, do you want to do that? Because I don't want to make you do something you don't want to do.
I
Oh,
don't.
here we go.
I don't mind. If
I mean, if you don't want to do it, that's fine.
No, he would
I'll
never
carry
make
it.
you do something you wouldn't want to do.
No,
I
he's
just-
not
I'll
into
definitely. I'll
pressure.
carry
Yeah.
it. It's fine. It's fine. I'll carry it.
Do you see?
I'm half your size. I'll carry all the way.
Oh,
I'm
now he's pulling out the.
I'm getting. I'm
gnome
confused. Did I miss? Do you want me to take it?
I mean, he's your friend, but I mean, I'll take it to your friend. It's fine.
You know what?
Well-
He should take it.
Tell
you know
him
what?
no.
Settled. I'll take it. Don't worry. I just started like, without like losing eye contact, just putting it back. Like, oh, it's fine. No, it's okay.
Well,
Mm.
I will. But okay, sure. But come see me in a few hours. I'll try to wrangle up your reward as well for your assistance thus far.
Oh,
All right.
Okay.
That sounds good. Stonehill.
Awesome.
Stonehill Inn. Aye, middle of
Alright.
town, I believe. Or
All
I
right.
should actually see it from here. It's about 3 buildings down.
Well, we can go say hi to Darren. Maybe get some apples. See if his family made it here all right, because we certainly didn't see them on the road.
Yeah, because last time we got here, his daughter wasn't in town yet.
Right. She was traveling here, and he asked us specifically to keep an eye out for her.
I do want to point out we're not gonna, if we want a bunch of apples, not gonna be able to carry 123 pounds of it.
How much do apples weigh?
10 pounds
Half
for a big
half a
one.
pound.
Half a pound, and okay, we can carry about 200 apples.
Yeah.
I'll be fucked if we walk away with 200 apples from this place.
I'm gonna be honest. I was just looking for a couple. So to Darren's.
To Darren.
All right.
Hi, we'll meet up later. Good luck. And Gundren, he goes to grab something on his head and tip it, but then he just pinches, and you see him look a bit disappointed, and he goes, I see you soon.
Yep. Don't go getting kidnapped again.
Absolutely not. And he turns and heads on.
You fucker.
Do you by chance still have the head with you?
Oh shit.
No,
Damn it. Never mind.
Should have took that head.
no, I would have left it in there. I would have propped it up at the entrance of the castle.
Yeah. Clark is the head of household there.
There's
See what you did there?
Spike. Head.
To Darren's.
Okay. All of you take a sharp right and walk down the long path to Darren Edomith's orchard until you find yourselves in front of his door.
I'll go up and knock on it.
Okay, you go up and within maybe like 3 seconds, you hear a clicking at the door, like something's being unlocked, and the door swings open, and you are greeted by a woman.
You're not Darren.
And as soon as she opens the door, she says, "Oh, thank the gods, visitors! Come in, come in."
What does she look like?
She looks
This man's trying to go on a second date.
looks like
Yes.
Oh,
God
Oh,
damn.
Lord.
And she hastily turns back around and heads back into the house with the door open. Just glancing in, you can see that there's also a man sitting across from Darren Edomith that looks like this. He has a very awkward expression. He's kind of like... And then you see Darren Eatermouth, again, just as a reminder what he looks like. Because I don't think we've actually seen him
Never
in a while.
forget what Darren looks like
You got them boots.
for days.
So I got the boots.
Oh, that's
He's
right.
got the slippers.
Oh yeah, he's
Yeah.
got the cat slippers.
He does have the cat slippers.
And all we see is slippers and a cat.
Look at this Disney-looking motherfucker.
Does this work? Tell me if this works. Y'all see this, right?
I
Yep.
I see it. Yeah, that's him.
Wait,
He
that's
looks
how-
like he sings when he gets sad.
Looks
But
like
he doesn't look happy right now. He's sitting across from this man. There may be like 6 feet away, and he's doing this.
Oh no.
And the woman goes and sits next to the human man you saw before.
Is
She
the
says,
cat
come
time?
in, come in.
I can't help but feel like we're imposing on something.
Darren doesn't say anything, and the woman speaks up again.
Hi, Darren.
No, we're just having a chat. Please come in, please. Your friends, Father. These are your friends, yes? To which he says, yes.
Hey.
Hey, buddy.
Darren, should we leave you? to
No,
your
no,
business?
come in.
You okay?
I'm gonna make eye contact with Flynn. I'm like,
I think he's mad about the deal with the slippers and the boots.
Oh, I'm fantastic. Thank you for asking. Thank you. I'm just, staring at the man who ran off with my daughter is all.
Oh.
Oh,
wait, did you
introductions. Introductions.
Was there a kidnapping?
May
We
as well
don't-
have been. He probably you did, didn't you? You
We
just
don't
took her.
stand
You
for it.
and he immediately starts just laying into this.
Oh my god. Hold on. This man looks like he sings to animals. What is the deal?
the young man. Let's flash again, just so we know who's talking here. Just looks up at you with that kind of weak smile, and just goes, "Hey, I'm Grovit."
Oh,
Does he sing
my
it?
god.
Rob it.
Does he? Hey, I'm grubbing.
Does a little blue jay fly on his shoulder?
Grobbit?
Grovit.
Grobbit.
Yeah, his stupid name is Grovit. Darren Eatermouth says while just leaning forward.
What kind of name is Grobbit?
The half elf
I'm
woman.
looking directly at Grobbit.
You look at a Grovit.
Yeah.
And he just turns and says, "What my paw named me."
Paw. You're not from here, are you?
I am. I was a miner.
Well, we were all
We're
miners, and then we
Yeah.
grew up.
About 50 years ago.
What's going on? You look very uncomfortable, and I know I'm just adding to it by pointing it out and saying it, but here we are. What's the deal?
He turns and looks at the half elf woman who says, "Not to be rude, but introductions I think might be in order. I don't."
Flynn,
Tom.
just with a K.
Hello, I'm Wesley. Nice to meet you guys.
And Wedge is gonna, as a fellow father, he's gonna walk over to, what's his name?
Darren.
Not
which one?
Darren. That
Grovit.
Oh,
Grovit. And then, like, put his hand on his. Well, is he sitting down?
He is with his hands on his knees and just stiff.
And so I'm gonna go over there and, like, do my little, static electrical thing on him. I'm like, what are your intentions? And just let it kind of crawl across his body.
When you walk up and move your hand towards him, the woman immediately places her hand between yours and says, "My name is Bertice Eatermouth, and it's a pleasure to meet you all. My father's just a bit upset because we left without informing him that we were moving to Neverwinter, and we came just to visit to let him know everything was all right."
So I immediately just like, nice to meet you.
Yes, and he's just being stubborn as always, which is why I was reluctant to come here, because he's being a complete arse to my fiance.
Well, why wouldn't you tell him
Oh.
that?
A wedding.
Fiancé. You having a wedding here in the orchard?
No,
Did he ask?
Oh, that's disrespectful.
it
Did he
is
ask-
disrespectful.
Did he ask your father's permission?
They asked me nothing.
Oh.
Wait,
So I start up the electricity again.
wait, hold on. Bertice. Right? Is this true love?
I wouldn't be with him if it wasn't.
Where did you meet?
Here, in Phandelver.
And he just swept you off your feet, huh?
He did. He's very sweet, and she places her hand on his knee. But father thought that I could do better than a minor, because he seems to be a stuck-up elf these days, and he's just...
Are you a stuck-up elf, Darren?
No. I'm not.
Your words betray you.
Darren, you seem very wise. This guy's not good enough for your daughter, right? Look at him.
No, I don't think so. He
You
wasn't
can't
then, he is it now.
protect her like you
I
can.
think Grovit is a perfectly fine.
Look at him.
suit-
There's no way he's gonna.
You're
be
making my point for me. Look at him.
He won't even defend himself. He's just a little coward. Look at him.
He is a coward.
And Grovit's just...
Not good enough
Looks like
to
he might
have
cry.
Darren's daughter.
He is an emotionally sensitive person, and that is fine. That's okay.
That is fine. And she, Bertice is just patting his knee now, rubbing it.
Maybe a duel. I'll pull out.
That sounds
A
good.
duel to the death.
Darren stands up immediately when you say that. I agree to the terms. How about you? And
We're not here to witness a murder today, all right?
A duel to the death seems a little extreme. Maybe a game of skill instead.
Wait, what are we... why are we taking Bertice completely out of the equation as if her opinion matters not?
thank
It
you. That makes
does.
sense.
Her opinion does matter.
Doesn't sound like it.
As long as it aligns with what her father wants for her.
That's bullshit.
That is a complete load.
Who raised you?
This wonderful man sitting across from the table.
Who sacrificed it for you?
And so that gives him the right to make every decision for her.
Until she can... The man who wants to take her away from her father proves otherwise.
Or at least ask for permission.
Yeah, he didn't even ask permission.
I will concede that the permission thing, maybe we're breaking some cultural norms here, but...
Look, I didn't say fight to the death. So I'm giving him a little leeway.
You are completely oblivious to... what is this conversation we're having right now? Fuck!
He should have asked.
Well, clearly
Grovit?
it's a game of skill to... I will win to get Grovit away from my daughter.
That's...
To which Bertice just stands up and shouts, I am not a prize to be chosen!
Exactly. And winning
To a
winning
father-
a game of skill is not going to change how they feel about one another. And honestly, the more you fight against it, the more she's gonna want to ride off into the sunset with him anyway.
To a father, she's a precious treasure. He hasn't earned a treasure like that.
You're talking about her like an object once again.
She's not an object, she's a person.
Is treasure a person?
Well.
And I'm not talking about at the strip club down in Waterdeep.
That is my property.
I'm just saying that she's worth more than he's proven himself to
You
be.
have
that
not
AI?
asked him a single question
AI?
outside of what his name is.
Pretty good, right?
He stole her from her father.
How could he steal her if she was a willing participant?
She's young, she doesn't know any better.
She just has this look of disgust staring at you, Wedge, just like...
See?
I look at you with the same I'll like position myself next to her and look as well.
I'm gonna go stand by Darren and be like,
Bertice at that point stands up and lets out a long sigh and looks to Grovit and says, it was a mistake coming here. Come on, Grovit, we're leaving. And just reaches and grabs his hand, to which he just stands up with her. And they turn and she goes to storm out.
Grovit, Bertice, I hate to see broken families. All right, I've seen too many in my life, and this is not worth it. Grovit, can you say you're not doing yourself any favors here? Can you say anything for yourself? Make a case here, for God's sake.
Make a persuasion check.
Oh, 13.
Okay, Ratisse just stops for a moment, just looking back. Since you were the one defending her case the whole time, she stopped and didn't just press on. And Gravit just kind of looks at you and looks over to Darren, who is just standing and looking over at him now like this, just staring at him. And Gravit will say, I didn't mean for any of this to happen. Your daughter's great. She's nice and kind. You're great. And Darren's just staring at him.
Put some bass in your voice.
We're not doing ourselves any favors here.
Surprisingly, Gravit's words seem to slightly resonate with Darren, to which he just...
Now, Darren,
He looks away for a moment.
you can clearly see Gravit is in a very uncomfortable situation here, and he made the choice to address you directly, albeit maybe not the best string of words that I would have chosen, but nonetheless, he seems to care for your daughter, and what could a father want except someone who truly cares about their children?
Make another persuasion check.
Just on my own here, guys? Okay.
Oh, I'm not helping.
22.
I know you can't protect my daughter that well. She seems to like you a lot. You really love him. You like him that much. To which Bertice just rolls her eyes and says, I've been telling you that for years already. And I can take care of myself. My twin swords I left back at the inn. I have them. I'm fine. And then he just stares at Gravit for a bit. Sit back down. I'll make you a drink.
Now we're making progress.
Maybe we take him with us to Wave Echo Cave to prove that he can defend his daughter.
He'll die in a heartbeat.
Well, then maybe he's not worth it.
Everyone's not a fighter. Not everyone was born and bred and built to fight in battles. That is where we come in. We are here to defend the weak and the innocent.
Darren,
No, you too. Lot, you want some tea as well?
Well, we just wanted some apples, but we got a whole bushel of drama instead.
We already got some tea.
Yeah.
I apologize. It's emotions run high. When they left and said nothing, it was a lot to me. And he's just staring at the two.
Can I be honest with you?
Absolutely.
You're a very stern man. You're a very serious man, and judging by how you are responding to this series of events, and albeit I will say I'm quite impressed with the headway we've made in just 5 minutes, but perhaps that's the reason there was a bit of secrecy around it.
He looks over to Bertice, who's just...
is Darren sitting?
No, he's standing. Actually heading to his little kitchen area. Looks like he's getting tea leaves out. But
So-
he just... There's wisdom in your words, I suppose.
I'm gonna follow Darren in there. I'm like, Darren,
This little snake. This little snake.
you're a very intimidating man.
Oh, don't flatter me up now, or butter me up. Yes?
But maybe if we set the bar a little lower, the boy will show his courage. What if I challenged him?
What, to a duel? Do you not...
Yeah.
He would flake as soon as your boot stepped in front of him. What do you mean?
It's not about the action, just the willingness to do it.
Well, I won't contest if you want, try something, of course.
Why?
Just don't
Of what
hurt.
purpose is this duel going to...
Well, are you
Sir.
whispering right now?
Oh.
Yeah, I'm trying to whisper to Darren just so that he knows.
How far away?
We're in the kitchen.
They're about maybe 11, 12 feet out.
I'm
I'm not gonna lie, if I saw him walk over there, I would try and listen.
Okay.
I wouldn't follow you.
Okay.
You can make a perception check. See if you can listen in. You see Wedge going...
This little piss snake.
Yeah, pretty easy perception. Just 12 or higher.
23?
Whatever.
You hear something about a challenge or something.
Wedge, are we talking about duels still?
Yeah.
Why?
Just to see if he's willing.
What is this duel you're speaking of? Bertice asks.
Look, I got a daughter,
God help her.
and she's very capable, very smart. And I want somebody to be with her that is just as capable, just as smart, and at least willing to go just to that distance for her.
Are you talking to Bertice or Darren?
Yeah,
right now?
Bertice. Because she's the one that, I'm assuming she's the one that...
She's the one who just spoke.
Yeah, so I'm speaking to Bertice.
Well, it doesn't always have to be the daughter who needs to be looked after. Sometimes the man has to be looked after. In this case, perhaps, maybe you'd like to duel me to see if I can prove my worth.
Do it. Do it.
You're not wrong. But he's not his son. You're his daughter.
Wait.
Huh?
He's got to prove.
He doesn't have to prove a damn thing to any of you.
Yeah, that checks out.
To a father, he does.
But through a contest of strength and battle prowess? That's ridiculous. Not everyone is born and raised to fight.
Let the boy speak for himself.
Why don't you have a mining contest with him and see who wins that?
I'm going to take out my dagger. Is he sitting?
Gravit? Yeah, he's still sitting. He's just wide-eyed looking behind him.
I'm going to take my dagger and walk to him and stab it in between his feet.
Ooh. Mr. Ravenden?
Bertice actually jumps up and reaches for you, actually, and grabs your shirt at that point.
At that point, I'm gonna try to separate them and be like, guys, can you please stop?
Kick his ass.
And I try to, in like a fatherly voice, I'm like, Bertice, it's going to be okay.
You're harassing my fiancé. You're forcing him to try to prove himself for my father, who I listened to you for, and now seem to... I don't know what your intentions are here.
You're fighting against the current here.
Mr. Ravenden?
It'll be fine.
The waves of progress move forward, ever forward.
Bertice, he loves you. Truly loves you. It'll probably be fine.
Darren speaks up at this point and says, It's unnecessary, Wedge. Don't push it.
Wedge, I don't know if we can be friends after this. This is a line in the sand, my friend.
You don't have kids. Or a daughter, do you? Do you?
Do I?
Do you?
Have you bothered to ask? Until
I've asked
right
about
now,
your family.
when it suits you.
I've asked about your family. You talked about a mother and
I don't
siblings.
know if I want to tell you a damn thing right
But
now.
you've never talked about a wife or a kid.
Oh, so now I've just never thought about a wife or kids.
I've asked you about your family.
But I would just never have that thought.
Do you have a wife and kids?
Fuck no, I don't have a wife and kids.
Oh, then
But that
fine.
is my goddamn decision.
I'm not saying it's not.
And this is her goddamn decision because it's her life.
I understand that.
And Darren, I love you,
Darren's actually walking over with
Love
T
you.
now.
but it's not his fucking decision.
It's his decision to be protective of his daughter.
It's a decision that we'll have to discuss further. Now, I'm more open to listening now. Darren says he sets teas on a table in front of all of you. And just
Do you have
pushes.
your daughter just locked up in a cage somewhere? And it's, you can go out
No, she's going
between
to
these
school.
hours and talk to
And
these
she
specific
dates, and
people.
she does
Hold
all
on.
kinds of things.
Does she go to school, the same school that he went to?
Who's he?
Wesley.
Oh, I didn't go to school.
No, she goes to a different school.
He went to culinary school.
I didn't go to school.
Oh, I was.
The witch puts his dagger back.
It was a camp, yes.
Do you grab your dagger back up?
Yeah, well, I never got
Bertice
to
has let
place
go
it.
of you as well.
I never got
Also-
to place it because she grabbed me.
Also, we're not the ones pulling out sharp items and trying to make grand gestures at 3 feet tall.
So, we don't have to.
3.5. Quite tall for a gnome.
Straightens his shirt,
Yeah.
tie. Oh,
But, like I said, it worked out. Because now we're talking.
well, you all just came back from some adventure, I'm
Hey,
sure.
Darren.
Yeah, we came by for apples.
Got any apples?
I have apples. If you want some, they're in the orchard.
I wanted to buy a few from you.
No, I appreciate the patronage. It's 3 copper an apple.
Oh, I got that.
No, I shan't have you pay for my
No.
apples.
I got it's some of your copper too. We just haven't divvied it up yet.
From the dragon.
Dragon.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
The dragon.
took one out.
We slayed a dragon.
All their attention is just turned to the moment someone said dragon.
I pull out one of the teeth. We fucked it up. I told it to joke, and it was so bad
And
it
I
just
point
fucking
towards-
died.
Wesley's leg that now has the dragon teeth on the little piece of leather around it on his pants.
Oh yeah, it took my leg. But I got a new one.
Does your new leg have like half hair growing out?
I don't think Wesley is naturally shaven, but if anything,
Naturally.
Like a
that's
seal.
like the pale leg. He's got like a farmer's tan, if anything.
You're wearing pants though. Nobody
I'm wearing
can see.
pants?
Yeah.
Oh, well.
Because I repaired your pants.
Oh, well, then you wouldn't see any of that unless you asked.
It's true.
But he'll show you.
So you slew a dragon.
Wesley.
Where was it?
Show him
the
the leg.
Oh, okay, Mr. Ravenden. Okay, he told me to pull out the leg. I'm pulling out the leg.
Drop trout.
What's that look like? Like,
Well-
describe the motions to get there.
Who had Sally? Was it me?
Sally.
The one that carries all the legs.
Oh,
He's
shit!
No, you told him the wrong
I
leg.
did. I didn't specify.
Oh, yeah, you immediately, because I already showed him my leg.
I have Sally, but you can reach for her.
Okay, I start reaching for Sally.
He goes in my pocket and pulls out
Okay, I
Sally.
pull it out, Sally.
As soon as you pull out that rat,
This is the leg I
Wait,
lost.
Bertice jumps up and just steps back. Says, "What in the hell's?" And Darren's looking. He's just. He's more interested in anything. And Gravit again goes to his stiff. I probably shouldn't be here.
Well, it's okay.
Wesley, that's not the leg I was talking about.
Oh, I thought you were talking about this one.
No.
That rat is huge.
Let's put that back.
Do you like it? Who said that?
Darren, why is it so big? Is it bloated? And why are you carrying it?
Oh,
Never mind.
it's part of what I do. I want to help people, and
I've seen it firsthand. You do help people. To which Bertice interrupts. It's a goddamn bloated rat!
well,
Not
Yes, he
necessarily.
has those.
I'm sorry. I thought that this
Yo.
is the wrong leg.
Yeah, let's, Darren, we'll save this rat for later.
Did he say it's the wrong leg?
Yeah, I thought he was
Yeah.
talking about this leg, but
It's not a leg, it's a rat. A big wait.
Now you have to pull the leg out. now.
You're getting there now.
Yeah.
You have to pull
Well,
the leg out so they understand.
Let's look at this logically, but let's look at the means. So
memes.
right now, this rat is keeping this leg alive by pumping fluids through it.
So you there's a leg in there and it's
So what it looks like, Jamie, it's just have you ever seen one of those stem cell rats and it has an ear growing out of it?
Mhm.
This one has a leg.
growing out of it. It's not
No.
inside and just poking
It's
through
not.
his...
It's,
I was imagining
I thought it was
like
inside.
an overstuffed.
Oh shit! Did I
was
fuck you guys?
imagining
Yeah.
an overstuffed Christmas
No,
stocking.
That's what I thought.
Okay, sorry. Okay, let me specify.
Okay.
Last night, when Wesley, 2 nights ago, when Wesley was working on all that shit, he needed to stop everything from rotting. So he had to stitch everything so that the rat can pump fluids through it. So right now it's connected to the rat as if it was growing a leg on top of it.
So it's sewn like on the top of it.
Oh, well, it's not sewn anymore. The stitch is healed. It's just
It's
a
just
leg.
connected to it now. Okay, new reaction. Bertice actually. She turns and goes, "Oh god!" And she starts getting a little sick.
put the leg away.
Okay.
I meant the one on your body.
Oh, look at this leg. And then I'm just gonna pull my leg up, I guess.
Brand new leg.
That's
I'm sorry.
so. I'm more interested in the other leg you pulled out. That's
Well,
where did you get that?
that's mine.
We've got to get better.
I lost a leg, and I was thinking,
Yeah.
You know, some
Gotta be a
people
little
lose
more
their baby
specific.
teeth, and they keep those
I do apologize
to use
that
for
one.
later. So if I lose
Perfectly
this leg,
reasonable
I have another
mistake.
leg I can use.
That sounds useful, and I've traveled with you. I know you wouldn't do something that wasn't useful to you in some way. But I will tell you, that is scarily close to various types of weird necromancy. I wouldn't make that too public if I were you.
Yeah, I've been hearing that,
Yes, the public is not too keen on the necromantic arts.
but it's not necromancy. They're not dead.
Well, we're on the border.
Yeah.
We're
Attaching limbs to other creatures to have
And look
them
at poor Bertice
act.
over there.
That was
She's-
Bertice. She looks fine, dude. She looks into it, actually.
She's kind of looking back like,
Well, I'm sorry. Well, you know, this isn't about me. It's about,
the dragon.
Yes.
The dragon.
We killed a dragon.
I'm gonna
I
put it
take
back.
some.
Giant
I take some of the
wagon.
scales out.
Yep. Two
I'm like-
scales.
Yeah.
was it the dragon that took his leg?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And he regrew his leg.
There was a druid. That was.
It's the ruins of
Radoth.
Thunder Tree.
You found Radoth.
We did.
Have you met him?
Radoth travels to Thunder Tree in here all the time for supplies.
He's a chatterbox
Yeah, I don't recall him being a chatterbox.
of one-word answers.
I don't think he liked a certain someone with some stuff.
Druids
He's not a-
typically don't like anything unnatural with
He's
nature.
not a fan of rodents.
And the human body parts connected to rodents are certainly
Well, he
an
didn't see that.
unnatural thing.
He didn't see that part, but he probably shouldn't.
Maybe he just needs convincing, because this could save lives.
They're pretty heavy on the balance of order and nature. And so things like that, you have to imagine, completely go against the concept. Whereas one person may see benefit in such things, another one will see someone trying to change how the order's supposed to be. Again, that's why I say be careful showing that off. And he looks to Bertice and says, some can't even stomach the thought of it. And
What-
clearly haven't adventured that much.
Well,
What is Gravit doing? I just want to see what he's doing.
He's just looking straight ahead. It's almost like he's
He
just
didn't
trying to
see
put
it.
himself in a different world.
Oh, okay.
did you see it?
No, it's already
Regardless, we went to the ruins to try and find Radoth, which we did to ask him about the location of this castle we were searching for.
And he gave you a leg.
Uh,
It's nice.
Yep, he grew him a brand new leg. It was very kind of him.
I'm just gonna kick so you could see the leg just kicking.
Fresh,
That's
very fresh.
scarily impressive.
We then, in the course of that, encountered this green dragon that was inhabiting one of the tower there, actually in the ruins.
Not close to Phandelver.
We tried to converse with it, which we did succeed in conversing, but convincing it to try and not kill us, that we did not do so well. But joke is on him. We killed him, and we have his stuff now. But good news, we did find the castle we were searching for, Cragmaw, and it was lousy with goblins and hobgoblins, and we found Gundren.
The dwarf you were looking for.
They were holding him captive.
And he was alive.
He was
Very.
clinging to it.
Rare.
A little worse for wear.
Yep, but we got him patched up. He's back here in town now, so that's good. We have also discovered there is someone calling themselves, and I don't bring this up because of your heritage, but you wouldn't happen to know about someone who calls themselves the Spider, would you?
He looks away for a moment, like he's deep in thought. And then he asks, You mentioned not wanting to offend me, and you mentioned a spider. Why?
Just your, drow, yes.
I am.
There is a not-so-secret connection between a lot of drow and Loth. I don't want to offend, of course. But it was just a fact that we found. Because there was a drow there. Well, we thought it was a drow. Turned out to be someone they could metamorphosize themselves.
A changeling.
Changeling, yes, that's it. Disguised as a drow, they're trying to make some deal with the goblins and bugbears at Castle Cragmaw. We interjected. There are far fewer goblins there now. Also, one less changeling.
Sounds like you handled the area
Blind
quite.
spaghetti monster.
Oh, yeah.
And a-
Kind of some nasty creatures there, too.
Gurk.
And we need to report back on Glassstaff being taken out.
Oh yeah, we
Right.
killed him.
Yeah, remember the asshole we were trying to chase out of the mansion, Tressendar?
I do.
Yeah, no, we found him. And I pull the staff. No, I got his dildo. It's mine
It's
now.
like a staff made of thick glass.
Flynn, are you now Glassstaff?
Oh.
Flynn, Glassstaff.
I don't think it's a
I
wise
don't.
idea.
I
to
don't
take
know
that
if I
nickname.
want to take on the same name. Perhaps I can come up with a different one, though.
Clear Rod.
Well, you did call it a dildo.
I mean, look at it.
Flynn the dildo.
The glass dildo.
Flynn Glass Dildo.
Another unwise name, in my opinion.
We'll work on it. It's going to be a workshop thing.
Rail you.
Well, your spider question
Yes.
sounds just like it's a code name. If it's a drow, and a lot of them do still follow Loth's ways. They're obsessed with spider cults, the spider goddess herself, and
Just weird, right?
none of us would name ourselves Spider. That's some alias.
It's too on the nose, right?
Very.
Because the other thing that was weird, it's like they're trying to sell it because they have their emissary there as a drow, not a drow. Changeling, you don't know who they're going to work for.
That's a good point. That's very. Well,
That's a good point.
again, I know I'm a drow, and I don't speak for all drows when I say this, but they tend to be a little racist. So it doesn't surprise me that they had a changeling, they would prefer if they were their type.
They'd lean into it. It's what we call a false flag.
Indeed. False flag, stolen something. Something.
Identity, stolen identity. Much more serious than a stolen boyfriend.
To some.
Regardless, nothing comes to mind though.
I'm afraid not. I don't stay too in the loop with information, unfortunately.
Speaking of all this, how are you feeling after our little adventure?
Well,
Still wanting to get back in the game?
I was quite irate for a little bit. My daughter showed up. Unfortunately, she was not alone, but
But hey, think of it. Think of how worried you were before she got here that she would just be okay. To me, looks like she's doing great. And as happy as ever. Is that not what a father wants?
when you bring that up, Bertice actually just looks over at him and goes, "Oh, you were talking about me to them. So worried too, huh?" And he just, right.
And I'm going to
Right.
agree with Flynn. I'm like, she did come back.
I was a bit worried, yes.
With a little extra baggage. But she did come back.
Well, maybe once we talk a bit more, we can get to know each other more as well. And he looks towards Grobbit saying that. But as far as getting in the game, I'm afraid I have to resolve some home things first.
If you want a clear, level head to help you resolve, I think we have some time.
What are you implying?
I can help you
With what? Like how? Give me something. Or
with, like, you know,
with advice?
the boy. You know,
I don't know what you're insinuating, but we'll
not just,
talk.
You know, we'll talk.
Bertice just looks at you with a side eye, and just like she's keeping her eye on you.
He seems fine. Darren, you know, you need it.
Well, either way, I don't know what you intend to do while you're in town. Will you be around for a while?
Yes, I believe we're going to continue traveling with Gundren, but he said he needs some time here in town to kind of regroup. So I suppose we'll be around for the next few days.
Good. Well, don't hesitate to stop by if you'd like to, or collect a few apples or whatnot, or just chat. You're always welcome in my home. I suppose I'm really not sure what to say.
We should leave. Apples, yes?
Yeah, I put the 3 copper that he asked for in like a little basket or an end table, just kind of like waved it at him and put it on.
Thank you.
Because I'm assuming we're going to go pick our own.
You may take an apple. Absolutely.
And I'll start to leave, and when I do, I'll kind of pause a little bit next to Gravit and what's her name?
Bertice?
And I'll just if I'm leaving, who's sitting on the outside versus inside? Like, who would I be closest
Bertice would have
to?
been closer to the door.
Okay. I'll just put my hand on Bertice's shoulder. It's going to work out just fine. And I'll kind of lean in. Gravit, you gotta man the fuck up just a little. And I'll
looks up at you like,
and I'll kind of walk out the door.
okay. Following.
I'm gonna say, I'm gonna walk up to Gravit.
Everybody's gonna give their like one.
Yeah, I'm gonna give my one last spiel.
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna walk up to Gravit. Well, Wesley is. Gravit, I believe you coming here, it did take courage, especially knowing the situation already, and you just knowing that. Well, it took courage, and you should have more confidence. And I'm glad you both found happiness. And Mr. Eden, I hope one day you can see or experience what caused that happiness. And then
Very sweet.
I'm just gonna. Oh, and sorry for freaking you guys out, but just sorry. And I'm just gonna walk away.
Just sorry.
Okay, then Tonk will walk by. Tonk will just put his hand on his shoulder and say, "Good luck." And then I'm gonna nut check on him and just tap him in the dick and then walk out.
He lets out like a quick high-pitched squeal.
I'm going to go to Darren first.
God.
And
How did we leave him alone?
I'll walk back in the room. No, just kidding.
I'm going to ask Darren, I was like, hey, do you mind if I come by throughout the week, the next
Oh my God.
7 days for some instruction?
Actually,
It's like a Jehovah's Witness.
I would prefer that. I had intentions with Gravit. Now that I suppose I'm giving him a chance, I was going to see if I can get his sword arm working.
Hey.
Exact kind of instruction I was looking for. So that'll be
You're welcome
Perfect.
to come.
awesome. And then on my way out, I'm going to go to Gravit and then kind of whisper to him, just grab the dagger.
He just looks around
And then
nervously.
walk off with the rest of them.
Okay. All of you are back outside of Mr. Darren Ethermeth's home.
And we get our apples too.
And you go and grab some apples. However many copper you pay, for every 3 copper, you get an apple if you're trying to pay for them.
Oh, how many? I got an apple. Did you get
How many
one?
copper did you get?
I only gave him 3, but I will.
Oh, well,
Give
then
him
I'll
one.
retroactively, I'll say that I would.
So another apple. How many apples?
I want 4.
Okay. Any apples?
So I just take one
Okay.
for the roll.
Just one.
Okay. You said 3 per?
3 copper per apple.
We have to
I'll
go
add
back
4
inside and pay.
apples to my inventory.
Nice.
Good job.
Yeah.
And I removed all the copper for those apples.
Okay.
And I'm just gonna go ahead and eat my apple.
Ditto.
Does it count as a ration?
No,
Just one apple?
no, 1 apple does not count as a
I'm just gonna eat my apple too. Fuck it. What do I get?
It tastes incredible.
All right.
Homegrown, fresh orchard apple.
Sure, way better than that stew.
Well, maybe
No.
you're right.
No.
For now, let's do it
Not
only
in
behind
town.
closed doors.
Not in town.
Yeah. We can practice with it later.
Okay.
Are we going to the inn? Where are we going after Dieter's?
We can probably report back to Sister Grail. We did learn a lot of stuff.
So there's a lot of happenings in town right now. You do have a lot of goods. You could go to Barthen's Provisions to pawn them off. You could go to the inn. There's a lot of activity there. You could always check out the old magic shop. That
Ooh, I wanna
might
go
still
there.
be there. You get to the town hall. Remember Mr. Harbin Wester? He's the town guy. A lot of options for you guys.
We have to return the horses to get our deposit back.
Alderleaf, that's correct.
So maybe we should do that first,
We do it first.
so we make sure nothing else happens to these
Yeah.
horses.
Yes.
Be prepared. We're going to lose some of our deposit for
Pretty sure
not
we,
having saddles.
No. We paid for those
I think
saddles.
we bought the saddle.
Did we?
Yes, I bought them from the store.
Well, that's right. They didn't have them.
Those
there.
were our saddles.
Okay. Well, that was just all right. We'll
That's
write
just
it off on the
That's just
taxes.
a loss.
Yeah. So we did lose money on that.
Yeah.
The saddles.
That's fine.
To the return the horses.
Yep.
So we're heading to the Alderleaf farm.
Yeah.
That's exactly where we're at.
Okay. In that case, we have one more little encounter here before we call for the night. You guys are heading towards the town center. You have to pass by the Shrine of Luck, of course, and the smithy. You hear hammers clanging, work being done. Shrine of Luck, you see it's that nice chapel where Sister Grail resides. She might be in there now, who knows? But we're heading to the Alderleaf farm instead. Once you hit the town green area, again, the middle of town, right about here, you spot a figure you haven't seen in town before, yelling out to everybody. A pink tiefling is holding these pamphlets, shouting out, "New drinks, some free for first-time visitors, Sleeping Giant Inn, come Oh! And she sees the four of you walking up and runs up and says, "Hello!
I don't like this.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
I
What do
haven't
you
seen
want?
you guys
Ow.
yet. I'm Wheel of Fortune, and I am a new clerk for the Sleeping Giant Inn." And she
What
holds out a
happened to
pamphlet.
the old clerk?
The orc? Well, he was mean. They let him go.
I'll take it from her.
Yeah,
you already got it?
No, like I would be slowly. So if you just like grab it, I'd just like, all right.
All right, all right. What's it look like, Jenny?
The pamphlet, just looking at it, it has just a big smile on it, like just two lines and a huge smile. And under it says, "Sleeping Giant Inn, new management. Come get yourself a drink.
Oh,
First
wow.
one's free for newcomers."
This looks fun. Look at the smile.
I'm always down for a free drink.
I actually have an image of Wheel of Fortune as well.
Is that her name?
We like Wheela.
Wheel.
Wheel of Fortune
Damn.
is her actual name. And she says, "So, you guys are gonna go there, right?
I suppose we'll check it out.
It's not under those mean. There used to be mean people there, but
Indeed-
there's not anymore.
Indeed, there did. Where are you from?
I'm from out of town. I arrived about maybe 3 days ago. Got work quick.
What brings you to Phandelver?
Well, just stopping by. I was actually on my way further south to Waterdeep, but this place doesn't seem so bad.
Kind of nice.
It is
Big
a
one.
quaint little village. Yes.
Now.
Yes. Now.
Yeah, people were saying it used to be a little more rough, but now it seems good."
Indeed. We'll swing by the Sleeping Giant and give it a shot.
You can argue with a free drink, right?
Competition
Absolutely not.
is always a good thing
True.
for the consumer,
Yep.
of course.
I also bartend there, so maybe you'll run into me later. Not right now, of course, because I'm handing out flyers, but stop by.
All right. Well, don't let us impede your flyer delivery.
You're not impeding anything. I love this type of stuff. And she walks past you and says, "Sleeping Giant Inn, come get your free drink." And just shouting again.
I love her enthusiasm.
It's a bit annoying.
Whatever drums up the business.
Sure, good for them.
It's working. We're going, right?
No.
Yes.
No. I mean, yes.
Yeah, we
Well,
can,
we'll go.
at least for the free one.
Well, you can never just have one.
Oh no.
You can have Wesley.
You can have mine, Mr. Stone Dong.
I got 2 free ones.
We'll just not tell anyone.
All right, we can go to the Sleeping Giant. But I don't have to like it.
We continue on Alderley Farm now?
Yep.
Okay, you guys leave Wheel of Fortune behind, who's you can still hear even halfway to the Alderley Farm. with the intention of returning these horses for a bit of that money back, since these were just rentals after all. That is where we're going to call it for the evening.
Hey, we did it. We did it.
We made it home.
Level 5!
Wait, level up again?
We
Return
are
horses.
Level
5.
officially level 4.
Oh.
Still, we're 4 now, but we're back in town after a lot of exploring castles and dark stuff and camping, and there's a lot going on here. So I hope next time we're around we do some nice exploring. You already found you immediately stumbled upon the family drama and dealt with that, which could have gone a couple ways and has, of course, repercussions for the future, as does everything. So
Oh.
good job on the path you've chosen.
It don't necessarily mean bad repercussions.
True. It just
Hopefully
means
it
things are certain ways, but depending on what
Cause
we
and
do.
effect.
I think we made a great first impression.
We also got
Some
a
of us did.
very fine introduction to one of Wesley's new spells.
Hey, guys. We got purified food and water.
Yeah.
We
Fuck
sure
yeah.
do, don't we?
I don't want it.
It's useless now. You guys will fucking eat it. You're gonna eat it.
Eat my
It's good. It'll be good if we're in a pinch.
Eat the ass egg.
It was fun. It's fun listening to that type of role play. Good job. All right, well, unless y'all got any announcements, we're bouncing. Any last words?
Nope. We'll be here next Friday for Saltmarsh.
Hey,
Check it out. 7:30 p.m. Central Time. This channel, or catch the VOD because it's gonna be up there. And we're doing more highlights now too. We got a couple up. Ain't got many views, but they're funny parts
They're
of
silly.
Our sessions. They're very silly.
They're real silly.
They're always pretty damn silly. So take a look. But that's all I got. Thanks for catching another episode of Phandelver and Below Shattered Obelisk. We'll see you next time. Have a good one.
Bye.
Bye.